I wonder who picked that song.
You bet I did. It just gives me great pleasure.
That's a toe tapper, huh?
It sure is. It's a very upbeat song.
Who does that? I don't even know.
Jimmy, what's his name? I always forget his name. Jimmy Soul.
Jimmy Soul. Yeah, we've talked about Jimmy Soul in the past.
One-hit guy, but,
It's a hell of a hit, though.
Yeah. Still reminds me of the old days at Wildwood when I first started stand-up.
Why?
Because I would go across the street to the diner. It was the Big Ernie's 50s diner.
Yeah.
This is 92.
And they had that song cranked a lot.
It was all these Irish immigrants. These girls worked there as waitresses. And this one really cute girl loved this song so much. And
how do you love that song so much?
Dude,
I mean, it's nice. And
it was constant. She would play it just all the time. She loved it. It made her so happy.
Yeah.
So it just always put me in a good mood.
Yeah, I think you're an asshole if you turn that song off. I mean, what's your problem if you turn that off? It's not hurting anybody, but I wouldn't search it out. But if I hear it, I'm going to listen to it and tap along to it for a little bit.
I still remember some pretty girl that worked in it. A guy named was Mark Vito, who owned the Club Casbah.
Yeah.
And there was a really pretty girl that worked in his liquor store that he had attached to his comedy club. So I was talking to her one time. You know, she was probably 20 and I was probably 24. And this guy walked in. He thought we were a couple. And I'll never forget, he looked at me and he's like, "How did you get her?" And I was so embarrassed.
How did you get her?
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
We was chatting. No, not at all.
You were trying to get her.
Oh, I loved her, but no, she wanted nothing to do with me.
Oh,
she was just being
man.
friendly because she worked for the same guy who I worked for, who had the comedy club.
Yeah.
And I just think of her now, and I'm like, she's probably, what's that, 92, 93?
That's 22,
she's in her
23
40s
years old. Yeah, 23 years ago.
40s.
Mid-40s, maybe.
Yeah, it makes me happy.
It makes you happy now.
Yeah.
Because she could have had you.
She could have had me.
And you guys would have been long divorced by now.
Probably. She could have had me when I was a young failure.
Yeah. And then moved on to a second marriage.
Yeah, she'd be one baby down already.
I'm trying to search out some Ben Carson clips. Young Paul, who works for us, he said that Ben Carson said something kind of controversial on one of the Sirius XM channels yesterday or the day before, and I think it's starting to make the rounds now. Something about being held up, and he told the guy that was holding him up that you want the cashier or something like that. Don't quote me until we get the clip, but he's getting it right now.
Did he say it seriously though, or like, "Hey, why are you robbing me?" What,
I don't know. That's why I want to hear it for myself. And never saw. Oh, okay. And then the other thing he's saying, which I mean makes sense, but it's much harder to do. He was talking about the Oregon shooting, and he basically said that when you're in a situation like that, everyone should just go after the shooter all at once. Logically, that makes sense, but then if you're in that situation, I don't know how you do that.
You don't. It's such bullshit. Like this is a guy with security.
Yeah,
he had armed security.
He says I wouldn't be standing around. I would go after the shooter.
Maybe he would, but did he go after the shooter or the guy with the gun in the robbery, or did he pawn him off on the fucking cashier?
I'm waiting for the clip. I really want to hear it, because that's what Paul was sort of telling us, that he basically said, "Hey, I'm not the guy you want him," and he pointed toward the cashier when they were being held up in a store. This
motherfucker, what did he say? "If I were in Oregon," can you put that back up? You just had it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's real.
Oh, it might not be real.
Yeah. Let me find.
Oh, that's nonsense. Okay, someone's making fun of my thing.
Yeah, let's find the Ben. Okay, Ben Carson chuckles again. This is from TMZ. Then we have to wait through an ad on our Dell computer.
Well worth it, though. I mean,
it's from Magic Mike XX.
I know. Yeah. Now we're all happy. They actually made another one of those movies?
Did they ever?
Wow. What was it about? A stripper or something? I never saw the first
male
one.
strippers?
It's based on Channing Tatum's real life.
I was supposed to play him.
Why? He used to be a stripper?
Yeah, he was a male stripper in his younger years.
No.
Yeah, he was.
Did you see the first movie?
No, I didn't.
Why? What are you waiting for?
I need a quiet night at home.
With the wife long gone for the weekend?
A little coconut oil on his stupid balls.
Is this it? All right, he's telling everyone what he would do if he was in that situation that they were in Oregon. Ben Carson.
Hey, Mr. Carson. Hey, Dr. Carson, how are you, man? Dr. Carson.
Dr. Carson, I just have an autograph. You're a very likable, very warm gentleman, and I wish you good luck in your race for the presidency.
Dr. Carson, can you clarify your statements on the Oregon shooting?
What needs clarification?
I guess there's an implication that you're saying that the students didn't do enough to save themselves.
No, I just said nothing about them. I said what I would do.
And can you say what you would do?
I would ask everybody to attack the gunman because he can only shoot one of us at a time. That way we don't all wind up dead.
Dr. Carson.
And then he laughs at the end of that. That chuckle is going to cause some problems for Ben Carson.
What a stupid fucking clip.
Wow. Why did he chuckle? I guess he was uncomfortable. That was like an uncomfortable chuckle at the end of that.
I think the logic of it, like this is why I'm saying this, not the death part, but like you can only shoot one of us at a, like, and that's easy to say when you don't have a gun pulled on you.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a gun pulled on me. It's fucking scary. It's very scary.
Yeah,
You did?
Yeah, man, I was in a robbery once. It's fucking frightening.
Ooh.
You know,
He's telling
everyone
the truth.
thinks they're going to do all this shit. You're going to do this. And maybe if your life is threatened and you react, people do react. Like that one guy who did rush the shooter.
Yeah, and he took 5 bullets, right?
Yeah, but
On his son's birthday.
yeah, it's real easy to say.
How's that guy doing?
He's okay. They think he's going to be okay. But that's kind of stupid.
I mean, it's not a horrible clip until he starts chuckling at the end.
Did they attack, like when fucking Major Hassan, when he started shooting at a military base, did they all just attack him? They're military people.
Right.
I mean, his logic is sound. I mean, that is a logical thing to try to do. But then, if you're in the situation, you're in complete panic mode.
That's the problem of that's the disadvantage of a guy who's not a lifelong politician.
Yeah.
Obama or any of them, like, or Mitt Romney, they would never say that.
Oh, absolutely not.
Right. No.
That's a guy who's not a lifelong politician.
Right.
Trying to give an honest answer.
He said it on Fox and Friends.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Let's see the longer clip of this.
You know, in light of recent tragedies, the gun control issue has been politicized. Hillary Clinton just jumping in and putting forward her gun control plan and what she'd like. What disturbs you most about the plan she put forward?
Well, with all of these gun control plans, I'm a very reasonable person. I don't get in a corner and just, stonewall. If you can show me how that's going to stop these things, I'm willing to listen to it. Anything that they've proposed doesn't stop any of this. We need to be studying these individuals, being able to figure out who is the dangerous person so we can intervene, not only to save the lives of people who are being shot, but to save the life of the shooter.
Are you alluding to mental health? Because there's a theory, it's not the gun, it's the person behind the gun. Is that your heart on it?
Of course it is the person behind the gun. Guns don't kill people. And the Second Amendment is extremely
Can
important.
you pause this for a second? I mean, they're going with the mentally ill angle a lot lately, but we all know mentally ill people. How are you going to control that in the end?
Right.
How? You just lock everybody up that you think is mentally ill?
I love it. You sold me.
But how are you going to pinpoint these guys and decide, well, I in my life know 24 people that are mentally ill, but I know 3 that are really mentally ill, and out of those 3, I think 2 could possibly do something like this. And then times that by every single person, because I think I just talked for everyone. So how would they be able to take care of that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
They can't.
I don't know.
And he's clearly also playing into like what Republicans say now, which is that every time there's one of these shootings, people think that Obama's coming for their guns.
Right.
So he's putting that. Putting that on the Democrats.
Well, Obama he's had 8 years to come for your guns. How many guns has he gotten in the end?
He has not been to my house.
But how many guns? You hear that over and over
then you
again.
see that
Obama's coming
statistic.
for your guns, but I don't think he's gotten any guns.
Yeah.
And that's because the other side was fighting back so hard.
He was selling them to the Mexican cartel.
Let's go back to Ben Carson from
And,
Fox and Friends.
Daniel Webster said America would never suffer tyranny because the people are armed.
By the way, Ben, can we point out back in those days what he might have said about you?
Yeah, why are you
if you want
quoting?
if you want to go back in history, Ben, you might want to be not so selective in your quotes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a black man, I think it's very tough to quote the past.
I mean, I get where your love of history is, but let's be honest, it wasn't all correct.
You're being a bit selective
Sure
in
are.
your quotes from the past.
Yeah. What's your name, Doctor? What?
Right. You wouldn't be separating Siamese twins if this was 1861.
That's true.
Let's go 1861. Let's listen to this some more.
300 million of those arms. If you think it's hard throwing out 11 million people here illegally, and you think that's impossible, try taking away 300 million guns. In the big picture, right up your alley is the mental health issue. This kid, this lunatic, has not been diagnosed. He was able to get the guns legally, and then what turns out, if you read his manifesto, he clearly is unbalanced. How do you stop that?
And, well, look at how many of the others have been unbalanced. We're seeing psychiatrists, etc. We need a better way of categorizing, identifying,
without
stigmatizing these people.
Right. So Hillary Clinton is politicizing this tragedy. The President of the United States...
Really?
Yeah. The President of the United States came out within 24 hours of it actually happening, and he said this is something we should politicize. He apparently is going to go to meet with the families of the victims this Friday on a West Coast 4-day swing. But David Jakes, who is the publisher of a newspaper out there in Roseburg, Doctor, said the president should not stop in his town because he would simply be grandstanding. Listen to this.
Now he wants. Now we're all involved here.
Yeah, where's the?
Now it's a clip.
Where's
and
the
a clip?
Well, we were trying to just grab it because this is where the original controversy came from.
Stand by.
So we're standing by.
Fucking Biebs.
All right. So now we're going to this clip.
Yeah, now we're going to go to this clip.
All right, we're going to go to this clip.
Color for a whole room.
I don't see why he's bragging that he held up a Popeyes.
What?
I don't know. I didn't read the story.
Oh, you think what? We're waiting through another commercial
It's a pink
here.
commercial.
I got that app. It didn't work the way I wanted it to, or maybe I did it wrong. It's about the one where you can fucking look through your phone, and load certain colors in certain areas, so you can see what your walls will look like a different color.
Oh.
Believe me, I can't wait for a couple of years. Future Jimmy about to speak, where you put on you'll probably put on these goggles and be able to see your room in any design they want you to see it, and that'd be kind of cool.
That would be cool.
That would be neat.
We're not there yet, though. Now it's just looking through the phone and hoping the blue comes up. Blue.
I think we're getting close.
I think so.
All right, let's go to this clip.
Anyway, saying that, quote, I would not just stand there and let him shoot me.
CNN.
No. A part of who Dr. Carson is Anderson is that you've seen these situations so many times. And no matter how many times you talk about gun legislation, stopping this violence, as the president stated, it seems that it's routine in this country now. And you've got to think that you could be in the path of these terrorists. And you've got to think about how to react and what to do. And what Dr. Carson was saying is that he would be willing to put his life on the line, in danger, willing to take a bullet to make sure that more people were not part of the carnage. There's nothing to regret. I mean, I think most people can relate to that.
But how does he actually know how he would react? I mean, Senator Lindsey Graham pointed out that, unless one has actually been in a situation where shots are being fired.
Why are they beating him up about this?
Because they're right to. He's running for president. He's kind of making a stupid statement about what he's literally saying. I didn't kick that guy's ass. He's giving you a fucking high school answer, which might or might not be true.
Yeah, saying he would just attack the gunman as he's trying to, shoot everybody.
Yeah, because in a way you are questioning the way other people behaved in that situation, and it's easy to do. But I don't know what I would do in that. I'd probably fucking duck. So it's easy to say I'd attack the guy, but there's always that weird instinct where you're hoping that you'll stay alive.
Yeah, but I don't know why people are mad that he said that. I'm not a big Ben Carson guy, by the way. I'm more mad that he chuckled at the end of the thing on the TMZ clip. But
the chuckling was weird.
That was weird, like he was nervous or something.
It's a weird thing to say after talking about how many people are going to die in a shooting.
Yeah.
Weird.
I want to hear about him being held up. Where's that clip? Is it part of this?
It should be part of this.
All right, let's keep going.
We're an hour and 15 minutes in the clips, and we have not gotten to it yet. Enough with this.
In a situation anywhere near gunfire?
That's a fascinating question. I know you've been in the line of fire. I think that is the question. I had a situation early on in Washington, D.C. when I was with my brother and some friends, and we were walking in the dark over near Connecticut Avenue in Washington, D.C., and you heard somebody screaming for their life. You could tell they were being beaten and attacked. And without hesitation, Anderson, I zoomed around the corner and found myself in the melee. They were trying to cut this guy's hands off. And if
trying to cut his hands off,
this guy would have been killed. Now, my brother, who's with me at the time, who's now state senator, and my friends thought I had lost my mind. None of us know how we will react in a situation like that, especially for a total stranger when you put your life on the line. But Dr. Carson feels in those circumstances, that would be his reaction.
Do you see, though, how...
Okay. I don't know. Like I said, Paul's searching for the actual clip down the hall.
Yep.
But it's a big clip today, and everyone is certainly talking about it.
And Trump defended Carson.
What did he say?
Let me find the specific.
I would do that too. No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't.
When's the last time Trump had a physical altercation?
That's a very good question. Ben Carson was speaking in general terms as to what he would do if confronted with a gunman, and was not criticizing the victims. Not fair. Good for Trump for saying that.
I just don't like when guys act like they would know what they would do. That's just a douchebag thing. You don't know what you would do.
So the answer is I don't know what I would do.
Look, man, I would like to believe I would do this, but I don't know. But don't act like you know. You'd fucking stop it. You don't. It's fucking frightening when someone's firing.
Or you just go, all right, guys, let's do this. And then you run forward and realize, oh, my God, I'm the only one running forward toward this guy. Everyone else chickened out last second.
Right.
So
I'm the only one that's going to get shot.
Yeah, so there's no guarantee that they are going to, take your lead and go for it.
Look, there's a lot of brave people out there. He may very well be one of them, but like that one guy did charge the gunman. There's crazy fucking people out there.
Sure.
So we have the clip, but we have to wait. There's an ad for Uncle Ben's rice that we have to wait.
Perfect.
Before the Ben.
Oh my God, there's the guy.
Without a vision, the people perish. We can't give away who we are and what we stand for and what our vision is.
But Dr. Carson, if a gunman walks up and puts a gun at you and says, "What religion are you?" that is the ultimate test of your faith.
I'm glad you asked that question, because not only would I probably not cooperate with him, I would not just stand there and let him shoot me. I would say, hey, guys, everybody attack him. He may shoot me, but he can't get us all.
Take action.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
Why does he keep laughing after saying that?
That's that's a douchey thing.
And then there's another
You can't laugh.
I would do that even though you're not trying to criticize the victim, it's still a jerk-off thing to say after a shooting.
I believe that's what he thinks he would do, but it's a lot different when you're in that situation.
Exactly. You're talking to Fox and Friends.
Yeah. Why does he keep laughing?
On 9/11, by the way, I would have kicked in the door and threw those guys out.
You would have done that?
See how easy that is?
Yeah.
There's no way to test it. Just a jerk off saying what I would have done. Yeah. It's probably not even true.
Now just shoot a whole bunch of adrenaline through your body and then tell me what you would do.
Right.
Now what are we doing? Are we in a Ben Carson
I don't think so.
All right. Rupert Murdoch is thinking that Ben Carson would make a good president. He's getting an endorsement from Rupert Murdoch.
That's terrific.
Ben and Candy Carson, terrific. What about a real black president who can properly address the racial divide and much else? That's a Rupert Murdoch tweet.
Real black president.
A real black president. Well, he wants one that's a little darker.
Yeah.
Obama wasn't dark enough for Rupert Murdoch.
Apparently.
Yeah. Obama was more a nerd than a black president. He was a nerdy president, wasn't he?
Well, yeah, but he was just, there's nerdy black guys, a lot of them.
Yeah.
We just, for some reason, we think that all black guys are a certain, toughness, but there's plenty of black dorks.
Of course. Absolutely. All right, so there you go.
That was a stupid thing for Rupert Murdoch to say, too.
You think?
Yeah, just dumb. Like, if you don't like Obama, what's his blackness have to do with him politically dealing with something right or shitty?
What happens when Obama leaves office? Does the country get immediately better, according to all these people?
I don't know.
They're going to be very, very happy on that last day.
I think so, too.
I wasn't a huge Obama supporter, but I don't, whatever. I don't think
I'm all Hillary. She's such a delight.
Yeah. I don't think the country gets way better as soon as Obama leaves. Sherrod Small entering the studio. What's up, buddy? We could have had you for the Ben Carson discussion.
The what?
The Ben Carson discussion.
Oh.
Hi, Sherrod.
He's saying if he was in that shooting in Oregon, he would have attacked the shooter.
Sure, he would have.
It's easy to say, right?
Yeah, it's easy to say for the black Ben Stein.
It's annoying, right? Guys that say they know what they would do in a violent situation. How the fuck do you know?
You never know until you're under the pressure of it.
I don't have a problem he said it, but it is insulting to the victims and the survivors.
Yeah, everybody who got shot is like, what, I should have rushed the gunman before?
Exactly. They're dealing with enough already.
Yeah.
And then he chuckles after saying this. He chuckled twice. On Fox and Friends, he chuckled, and then they got him outside ABC, and he reinstated, he said the same thing, and then he chuckled again.
That's what he does instead of silence. And like after a point, like sometimes you just gotta make your point, but he doesn't like the silence after. It's like when a comedian does something, and they're like, and then I came back Tuesday, you know what I'm saying? Like they do that thing. They don't want to hear the silence after. That's what a dumb, nervous chuckle was, but it's a bad time to do it.
Exactly.
You gotta stay out of that. I mean, you gotta stay out of that. You don't want to say anything that seems like you're blaming the victims for being victims.
Of course.
Or like they should have did more. They shouldn't have even been put in that position in the first place.
I don't know what the fuck I would do. I mean, I probably 90% sure would just get shot.
As you're trying to just figure out what you're going to do.
Or, you don't know how you may have a moment of bravery, or who the fuck knows. But
you never know.
I don't see myself. Come on, guys. He can. By the time you get that out, you're shot.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, guy. Hey, trying to rally the troops. They'll be like, fuck him, we're not with him. And the shooter will be like, I'm glad I got rid of him. And then leave the classroom and you'll all be alive. Thanks to stupid Ben and his big dumb mouth. Fucking shut up.
And then you think everyone's following you and you realize, shit, I'm the only one.
You're up there by
Great.
yourself. Yeah, you would like to think that you're going to be like the three dudes on a train in France.
Right.
But you never know until it's time to show it.
He's the guy that watches UFC and goes, see right there, I'd have thrown him. No, you wouldn't.
I would have done an arm bar.
You'd have been shitting your pants, guy. That's who you'd have been.
Oh, God, that video gave me fucking nightmares.
Of him saying it?
No, the guy shit his pants.
There's a guy that shit his pants during an MMA fight.
What?
It's a pretty. I thought everybody knew it was just a viral video. A guy who shit his pants.
I would love to see it.
It's great. It's chunks of shit too. It's not just a little fucking.
In the ring?
He did what all people should do when being beaten up. He just shit. That was his body trying to keep the attacker away. That's how his body was trying to fend off the attack.
His ass played possum.
His fists weren't working, so his asshole's like, I'll help him. His asshole's like a little kid watching his father get beat up. I'll help, and he's punching the guy's knees.
He left a trail too around the ring.
Now he wakes up and he's walking around the ring, the what do they call it? The octagon. And he's still dropping.
He was unconscious?
Yeah, and then there was
for a second.
There was a big brown spot on the back of his pants, and then he stands up all dazed and confused, and liquid poo is just falling out of his shorts.
I'm surprised that they don't happen more often.
Yeah.
He just had a
every fight during the intros.
All right, we got to show Sherrod now.
Yes, I got to see this.
And then we found the Ben Carson thing that I wanted. I mean, I apologize. I told Paul to get it, and we try to scramble and get it ourselves, but whatever. We'll go back to that in a second. Here it is for Sherrod Small. Well, this guy's just about out.
Oh, man.
The ref is about to call it.
It happened at one point already.
Look at the poop.
Right. There's poop right there.
He's already pooping.
That's a nice light brown consistency.
He's already pooping, and he wasn't out yet.
I would have laid there and said, get me a stretcher.
Yes.
I can't walk.
Then he stands up.
Oh, he looked down.
There's the first poop. There's the second. 3.
Oh, no.
Watch the ref.
The ref's like, nah, he waves it off. He's like, I'm not touching it.
The ref goes, I ain't dealing with that.
Oh, no.
And this woman with the camera rules, whoever has the camera.
Yeah, they go for a close-up in a second.
No, they do
2,
not.
4, 6, 8. There's about 12 poo spots in the octagon.
The whole ring sees it.
Oh my God, I'm going to throw up.
Oh.
Everyone sees it.
Oh, no. Don't zoom. Almost jumped. Almost lost it just now.
Well, the poor guy. Everyone knows. And look, they're all covering their nose.
And they're looking at the back of his pants as he walks out.
How humiliating.
Through a crowd. Oh,
God.
It's down the back of his legs.
Oh, you got to go through all those people?
And they can all smell it. They're all covering their noses.
Yeah, I want to get the guy in the show.
That's the worst possible outcome to a fight.
He is going to be one mean fucking bar fighter for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Because he's going to have to prove that I'm not shit the pants guy. Every time he has a fucking argument with somebody, he's going to try to kill them.
I'm surprised when somebody gets choked out that don't happen more.
Yeah.
Because you can't control your bowels when you...
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe make sure you're not going to poo.
Oh my God, that was embarrassing.
Maybe you take care of that before the fight. You clear everything out because you don't want to be humiliated.
Clear everything out. I would eat chili. And then fucking good luck choking me out. I'm just going to try to roll on top of you. Then deal with that.
So basically, if you lose, you want everyone else to
We're
suffer.
all losing. The whole arena's going down.
If I lose, we all lose.
The fucking main event's not going to want to fight. They're going to be like, I'm not getting my fucking face mushed where he's shit.
Yeah, how do you clean that up? How do you...
Blood is one thing, but that guy's fucking shit. What do you scoop that off? How do you get rid of it?
Put down a towel.
Jim is being a hypocrite about gun control. I don't
mean,
even know if you said anything.
I really didn't say
I don't know
gun
if you
control.
said anything today. Kevin in West Virginia, go ahead.
Yeah, what did I say about gun control?
How are y'all today?
Hey, pretty good, Kevin.
Well, first of all, the quote Ben Carson said, he's saying that he believes that Ben Carson would say, hey, he may shoot me, but while he's shooting me, rush him because he can't kill all of us.
Yeah, but that's
he's not saying he's going to attack him. He's saying while he's shooting me, y'all can attack him, which is basically what the guy that got shot 5 times did. Now we're
hold on. So did Ben Carson honestly did say that though? He just said that I would like to believe I'm not going to just stand there, and even if I get shot, he can't shoot all of us. He did say that,
and he also said we all would. I would hope everyone would just attack the gunman.
Yeah.
And like Jimmy said, it's very easy to say that, but then you're in the situation. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people's first reaction is to run when you hear a big loud bang.
But how am I being a hypocrite? I'm just saying I wouldn't have.
Well, I'll get to that in a second. But he did say he hopes. He hopes that. He didn't say everybody should. He said hopes. Everybody would like to think that they would do the right thing in a bad situation.
Okay.
Yeah. You never know. You never know until you've been put into that situation, whether you will or won't.
Right.
But you hope that you will, because that's human nature to think I would sacrifice myself for other people because it's better to lose me than to lose everybody else.
But most people, dude, it's easy to say that. It's easy to say that. But I know what you mean. It's hard to. I don't know what I would do. Again, I've only had a gun pulled on me one time, but it is a weird, frightening experience. It's not like the movies. It's like you realize that this guy is holding your life in his hand.
And most people's instinct is to book it, to get the fuck out of there.
Now, where Jimmy's being a hypocrite about the gun conversation is Jim always says that he can't stand having the conversation with anybody because they're already set in their position. They're either for or against. There's no middle ground.
Right.
Dr. Carson said, I'm willing to listen if somebody can tell me what they could do that would make a difference. And Jim said, blah, 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 blah. You know, and like I said, I know it's great for fodder, but he did say he's willing to listen.
Yeah, I heard him say that, dude, but I didn't say that's no good. I didn't say listening is no good.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You started making fun of what he said about because of the mental illness part.
Yes, I was making fun of something. That's not being a hypocrite, dude. If I take a real position and I say, hey, but I was making fun of something.
No, you were criticizing the fact that he had a position is what you were doing.
No.
It may be funny, but it was still criticism because what he said, if we study the mentally ill, we can find out what to look for. If you think about it, we have FBI profilers, we have CIA.
But hold on, dude. I just
NSA
before you get on a roll, you're misquoting me because I think then Opie said, "What are we going to do? How are we going to find them all?" And I jokingly said, "Dude, oh my god, dude, I'm talking to you."
There are jokes in here, Kevin.
I understand that, and the jokes are great, but
I'm not being a hypocrite because I wasn't taking a real position saying, no, you can't do that. I was just fucking around with something.
Well, you know, and maybe hypocrite's not the best word, but you finally got somebody that says, I'm willing to have the conversation.
Sure.
And you belittle him. That's why he laughs nervously, is because he's not a politician. He's saying what
I said that.
Believe.
That's the point I made. And he's also the guy, he said, I'm willing to have a conversation. He also said, I'm willing to rush a gunman. There's a lot of shit he's willing to do. How about you do it, Doc?
He said he was willing to take a bullet while everybody else was.
Exactly.
He's got to tone down the chuckling, though, because people will feel that very...
He's a weirdo.
That's a bit uncomfortable for a lot of people when he's talking about such a serious topic, and then he chuckles at the end of it awkwardly. And I'm with you, Kevin. If he wants to have a conversation and try to figure out a better way, that absolutely is great. I think both sides really have to come to the table and really listen to each other, and then maybe we could figure out something. But everyone does dig in on their position, and they don't want to hear the other side. And I think that is one of the biggest problems with this issue.
Myself and my family, we own more than our share of guns, and we're firm Second Amendment believers. But you can have a discussion with any of us because we want nobody to get hurt, especially us or our people, but we don't want you to get hurt. I don't want, because I'm a Southern white guy, I get the conversation, well, I don't like Obama because he's black, and then people make the comment that they wish this would happen to Obama, and they wish that would, and I look them straight in the eye and tell them they're absolutely nuts. I don't agree with these politics, but I don't want none of that to ever happen to an American president or to anybody because that's stupid. We should be past that point.
All right. Thank you, Kevin.
But like I said, don't belittle somebody that's finally agreeing with you to the point where they won't have the discussion.
Sir, I'm still going to belittle people. You can't ask me not to belittle people. It's what I do. Sir, I like to belittle people. It's fun. Kevin, I know what you mean, but I will continue to belittle people. It's the only thing I'm kind of good at.
but then you need to let the expert Chip answer the question.
Well, that's a fair point. Fucking Dr. Carson, what's he fucking the Tonight Show host or something?
There you go. Y'all have a good day.
All right, Kevin. Thank you. I think you guys are being unfair to Ben Carson. I would treat the situation exactly like Jimmy would, though.
I'll chip all.
What would you do again? Hold on, let's go to Bobby in North Carolina.
Oh, Jimmy.
Bobby!
What'd I do? Fucking throw a karate kick.
Hey, Bobby.
Do you know karate?
Hey.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, happy birthday, young Jimmy.
Oh, Bobby.
Is your birthday?
Yes, it is.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Sherrod.
Happy born day.
Bobby, go ahead.
I was just saying that, what Ben Carson said actually makes sense to me. Because I would treat it the exact same way of a hijacking. And Jim kind of alluded to it where, when I travel, after 9/11 and stuff, there's no way that, somebody's going to jump up and say this is a hostage taking or whatever without having half a dozen people rushing the guy.
I think at this point you're right.
Yeah, I was going to make the point I think Jimmy's going to make as well. Before 9/11, when these guys jumped up in a plane and said this is a hijacking, you knew you were safe for the most part. You were going to land somewhere weird and they were going to negotiate your freedom. And, maybe not in all cases, but in general, you knew how that was going to play out. Not anymore after 9/11. Now I think people's minds are, if people jump up and they're trying to get something done, I think we need to rush them.
Oh, yeah.
And people have no choice, yes.
And I think that what Dr. Carson there was saying makes sense to me is treated the exact same way. Somebody jumps up, boom. I'm not a brave guy either, so.
All right, well, I'm afraid to die.
I'm not saying I'm a brave guy, but I would definitely. I take the aisle seats whenever
I have no idea what I would do, and I think the only guy who could say I would definitely rush him is the guy who rushed him, because there's plenty of brave people that in that situation would show restraint. Because they think, I'm just going to get killed for nothing. I don't know. I can't speak for it. I've never been there.
So how should have...
watching a guy shoot people is scary.
How should have Ben Carson handled that question?
No, I think he handled it correctly.
Or maybe he says, I don't know, because I wasn't in that situation. But then he was in a situation. We finally got that quote. I got to go, Bobby, because we're moving on with some...
But what I see, is that not necessarily... you're being in that situation, you're going to do something or you're going to stand there. And I'm not going to stand there. And I'm, like I said, I'm a big dude. So, but I don't want to get shot. But guess what? I might get shot if I don't do anything. So you have to do something.
All right. Thank you, Bobby. Appreciate it. All right. So this is what was said on SiriusXM. Carson also told to SiriusXM radio host Karen Hunter on Wednesday. Who's Karen Hunter?
The Karen Hunter show.
Who's Karen Hunter?
Don't her show's right up the hallway, right?
I wouldn't even know what she looks like.
Yeah, at her office it says K Hunt.
Oh, K Hunt.
One of the chicks that went to college with me works for her. Karen Hunter, the one of the chicks that went to college with me works for our show.
Right on the door, huh? K Hunt. Wow.
That was very quick.
That was
very, very quick. Well, that is her name.
SiriusXM radio host Karen Hunter, also maybe known as K Hunt on her door. On Wednesday, Ben Carson said that he was once held at gunpoint at a Popeyes fried chicken fast food restaurant in Baltimore.
Oh,
Black people
God.
problems.
Yeah. What happened, though? He was not supposed to be working that shift. And
he went to a Popeyes and he is black though. Okay.
Yeah, but that's not what I want to.
Baltimore.
I don't want my surgeon.
That's as black as you can get.
I think so.
Isn't he a heart surgeon? That's not what you want your heart surgeon eating. So what do you do to stay in shape? I eat at Popeyes. Yes. Fucking fried chicken and buttery mashed potatoes.
Well, in North Avenue in Baltimore. Right near Johns Hopkins, where he used to work. I don't know where he got stuck up.
I'm going to go to Popeyes.
You know what? He was probably there testing what people had been there for sexual reassignment surgery. He's not really transsexual. He thinks he is, but he's not. Remember Silence and Lambs?
No. Oh, that's what?
Yeah, he referred them to Johns Hopkins.
Fried chicken fast food restaurant in Baltimore, Popeyes. But his approach was nothing like the one he advocated.
Right.
So guy comes in, puts the gun in my ribs, and I just said, I believe that you want the guy behind the counter, Carson recounted in his usual laid-back tone. He said, oh, okay, and moved on.
He Obi-Wan Kenobi'd him.
Wow, that's the guy who will really take charge.
It's not the droids you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly.
Good for him.
That's exactly it. But that's a guy who really takes charge and knows how to end a situation.
He does.
Put the gun on him.
Yeah,
right, but
kill that guy.
Right.
But who wouldn't say that?
I mean, that's the best thing to say.
You want to remove yourself from the problem.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, it sucks for the guy behind the counter.
I probably would have said, I just gave him my money.
And he probably was assuming that, he's just going to hold him up. He's not going to shoot anybody. He just wants the money. Maybe. I don't know.
But that was a chance to save someone before he possibly got shot. And what did he do? He kept his hands up in the air and kept his money.
Yes.
Which I get.
So good for Karen Hunter, because I think this quote or audio is going everywhere today as well from Ben Carson.
Yeah, so he wasn't a hero then.
Yeah.
There's probably a 16-year-old kid behind the counter that he's
right.
What a jerk.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard being a hero in the moment. Anybody can say it.
He's getting some heat, though, this Ben Carson.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting some heat.
Because, they want one. That's how I see him. The white people need them Obama. The ones who hate Obama.
We're going to go for another Obama?
Well, yeah. They can make it their own.
A tougher Obama? Is he tougher than... Who would win, Ben Carson or Obama?
Obama. Ben Carson old. He's a laid-back doctor nerd dude.
Oh, Obama.
They're both dorks.
They're both dorks, but
Obama has no athletic ability, though.
I judge them by their wives. You seen both wives?
No.
Okay.
Ben Carson's wife? Oogly?
Love that chicken from Popeye.
Oogly. Oh boy.
That's an old picture.
Yeah, that's old.
Get to Okay. Okay.
Wait, I'm not. I'm looking. There's a picture.
Do this to me.
That picture of Ben Carson with Al Roker. I'm trying to.
No, Jimmy, that's his.
Where
wife.
was that from the Today Show?
Jimmy, that's his wife.
That's recent, huh?
Jimmy,
that's who.
That's his wife.
That's Ben Carson's wife. All right.
No.
Yes.
She's married to the weather guy from the Today Show?
No.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Ben Carson.
How's he against gay marriage? Well,
that's Ben Carson's wife.
And love is in the eye of the beholder.
I mean,
all right. Wow.
She seems like a nice woman.
Let's see another picture where she's not smiling. Like that's not a good picture.
It's got to be a bad picture.
She must be wonderful.
That's not a good picture of her at all.
Let's let's.
No, neither is that. Neither is that. That's not a good picture of her either. That's. I'll take Michelle Obama. Yep, that's not a good picture.
Okay, well.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I'll keep looking.
All right.
Yeah, find a good picture. There you go, right there. Not a good photo of her at all, unfortunately.
She's probably a lovely lady.
I'm sure she's a delight in every sense of the word.
Makes him very happy.
Wonderful woman.
Let's try. Okay. Oh, boy.
I loved her in the help.
All right.
She was in the help.
Oh, my God. Yes.
She loves that one striped skirt.
She sure does.
Red belt.
Well, then you got that one. All right, well, she's...
Boy.
Yeah,
well, I mean, okay, well.
Oh my God! Hey, there he is with CeeLo Green. Oh no! She looks like CeeLo.
Okay, well.
Oh no, madam.
We're up to 20 pictures we've seen.
Oh
Jesus.
no!
It's getting worse.
Sherrod, why would you do this?
I just wanted you to know the facts.
Oh, there she's beautiful.
Well.
See? Look at the top left picture.
Oh, that's
Gorgeous.
Stacey Dash.
No, that's not her.
That's Stacey Dash.
Oh, who's Stacey Dash? She's beautiful.
Yeah, she's
We
gorgeous.
know Stacey Dash.
I don't know who she is, but she's love. Oh, that's not her. I understand.
She's very right wing, isn't she, Sherrod? That's
Oh,
yeah, she's
no.
pretty much, yeah.
All right, well.
She looks like Fat Albert after stomach surgery. The thinner Fat Albert. When you said there's that one smile, because she has a big chin.
She's probably beautiful on the inside.
I would hope so.
I mean, come on. I mean, please.
I would hope so.
Oh man, you
Good
couldn't
woman.
find one good one. It's not.
Yeah, there is right there.
It's still.
Oh no!
She's getting further back in the photos.
I'm looking for white stuff.
Yeah. Now she's being taken. It's almost like he's got her on the other side of a glass door waving, and there's a sign, exit sign behind her. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Oh, heavens to Murgatroyd.
Well, I'm sure there's a good picture of her out there somewhere.
We're looking.
We'll find it.
All right, well.
I'm sorry it's taking so long.
Is that her playing the...
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. She's a violinist?
She's playing the fiddle.
Okay.
Is that the fiddle or a violin? I would hope it's a...
Man, it looks a little wide for a violin.
I don't know.
What's the one that looks like a violin, but it's a bit wider?
Guitar?
I'm talking about the instrument, by the way, not the one playing it.
Yeah, the hairdo. I don't like her hairdo too much.
That
It's a very
weird
Gerard
wedgie-
Depardieu.
Yes.
Fucking,
Damn it, I was trying to figure out.
I don't like her hair.
Yes.
Her hairdo kind of bothers me a little bit.
That's big swoop.
Yeah, I don't like the fucking side part. The long Philip Seymour Hoffman in the earlier days. I don't like her. It's Philip Seymour Hoffman in Scent of a Woman hair, and it annoys me.
All right.
Yeesh. I don't like it.
Let's keep going.
She like your favorite teacher. Like she'd be your favorite teacher, but
She reminds me of Miss Jones, my music teacher when I was a kid. That
Yeah.
Miss Jones I have very fond memories of.
She looks like she'd be a wonderful teacher. Very caring.
Yes.
My music teacher.
A good listener.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of gives you a little better grade than you deserve.
Sure.
Because she wants everyone to like her.
Yeah.
The hot teachers didn't give a fuck.
You think he's having an affair on this one?
I don't know what is...
With anybody.
Yes,
with anyone.
Boy.
You know, yeah, I imagine that's got to be the advantage to being in that marriage, is that anyone who's willing to have sex with you, it's at least a lateral step or it's a step up. There's no way you're sleeping with someone who's less attractive.
They've been married a long time.
It's not a good photo.
There's a good one.
They must have a wonderful relationship.
How awkward is it to have to tell your wife, honey, I love you? Never smile for photos. But I don't know what you... Listen to me. I'm trying to run the free world. I want to be the most powerful man on the planet. Please never smile. But why don't I... Honey, please don't smile for photos.
There's a lot of teeth. A lot of
teeth.
A lot of teeth. A lot of neck.
On the top.
A lot of neck there.
A lot of top
Not a
teeth and
good
those smiles.
A lot of space in the teeth.
Lovely woman.
Great woman. Great violinist.
I'm sure she's wonderful, guys.
Man.
I'm sure she's wonderful.
But would she be one of the hottest first ladies of all time?
Oh yeah.
No, but I would say
Who's the hottest? Well, of course.
I'd say Jackie O. Michelle's at the top.
Yeah, Michelle. I find Michelle to be rather
think she's
sexually
attractive?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
As far as first ladies are concerned.
Yeah. Who's she up against? Barbara Bush? Fucking Hillary?
But in the
She's an 11.
in the first lady category, that's not saying much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking Pat Nixon.
Yeah, brutal.
Well, let's go with let's find some hot first ladies.
Eleanor.
They all had
Mary Todd. We don't know what a lot
take
of them.
a punch face.
Let's
Yeah,
get
there's a
some
lot of
images of
unattractive first ladies.
Well, you got the Barbara Bush.
Yeah, let's go back. Nancy Reagan.
Well, yeah.
I would suck Michelle Obama's toes before I would shake hands with any of the last 5 first ladies.
I think Betty Ford. Betty Ford might have been she might have been up there.
Yeah, she was a fun one though because she drank.
Oh, drinking pills.
Oh,
nigga.
Betty Ford would be a great hang. She just jerk you off at the Oval Office while fucking Gerald's on the phone. If Gerald's on the red phone, get your dick out. Bitch Ford, have you been drinking? I'm fucked up. Bring me a shooter. Get that dick out of here. Gerald's on the red phone. He's going to be on the phone for an hour. Pat Nixon's calling. She's complaining. Richard's depressed again.
You got to go Laura Bush. She was all right.
Laura Bush.
She was not sexually. Michelle destroys her.
Well, that's because Michelle is a bit on the younger side.
And
Laura
in
Bush
better
was
shape.
a looker when she was younger.
Laura had a nice dumper on. I'll give her that. She had
Hillary
a nice-
Clinton was never good looking.
She was cute when she was younger.
She was just
okay.
all right.
She was still annoying back then too.
The funniest thing is, I don't know what comedian, it might have been Gary Shandling, whoever pointed out that Barbara Bush looked like the Quaker Oats guy. I don't know who pointed that out, but it's undeniable and it's brilliant.
How old was Barbara Bush when
111.
She was young, actually. She's actually younger than people think. But
yeah,
she
how
looks
old
older.
was she when the old man got into office?
She had to be 65.
Because she looks exactly the same.
Exactly
as we
the
all
same.
say.
Yeah.
Very old.
She's 80. What? She's 80 something now.
No, she's not. She's got to be pushing 98.
Born in 1925.
25, 75 plus the 15. She's 90.
Damn.
Nancy
But
Reagan
she,
was good looking years ago.
She went gray early too. That's the thing with Barbara Bush. She went gray.
Yeah.
and held on to it. So people thought she was older than what she was.
But how old was she when she was in the White House? How many
88?
years ago is that now?
60, yeah.
Oh, she was 63.
Yeah.
And she looks exactly the same. It's so weird. All right, keep going. About Nancy Reagan, never.
But she was good looking in the, in the 50s and 60s. Well, you ever see when Ronald Reagan met her? She was good looking back then, like when she was an actress.
Yeah.
She was good looking.
I have no question.
Rosalind Carter with those cheekbones back in the day.
Yeah, she was okay.
You might give her a little bit.
Yeah.
Betty Ford, no.
Who became friends with
Pat Nixon? No.
Wait, who became friends with Larry Flint? Was it Rosalind Carter or was it Jimmy Carter's sister? There was someone who became good friends with Larry Flint, I believe.
It might have been. I don't know.
In the Jimmy Carter's family.
I don't know.
Jackie Kennedy.
I know Amy Carter went to school with Chubb Rock, the rapper. They went to the same college.
Nice.
Did she really?
Yeah. Amy Carter.
Lady Bird Johnson, no.
No, that's when your headshot is awful. She looks like fucking Paul Lynde. That's not a good shot. Oh, my husband's going to take over in the plane. He's got sworn in with Jackie O standing there with red stuff all over him.
Jackie O, of course. Then before that, Mammy Eisenhower. Wow. That's
not lovely.
Whoa.
Jimmy's-
Whoa. Best Truman. Whoa.
Yes.
Sorry,
Good.
Jimmy's right.
Of course Jimmy is.
Jimmy Carter's sister, Ruth Carter Stapleton, was friends with Larry Flint.
Because she was a big religious person, and Larry Flint was a pornographer. But she would write him, I think, and hope that he would find God.
Right.
And they just became, I guess he liked her, and she began to like him as a person. They became friendly.
She was trying to convert him to Christianity.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then you got the best Truman, Eleanor Roosevelt.
Best Truman. Oh, can you go back to Best Truman? Wow. Can we blow that photo up? Yeah. I mean with dynamite. That's not a lovely... Holy shit.
Do you remember on Monty
Hold on
Python?
a second. I want to see what she's doing with Ricky and Lucy and Fred. She's fucking Ethel Mertz.
Oh, she like she owned the Cincinnati Reds.
You Vivian Vance looking bitch.
You remember on Monty Python they play the footage of old women clapping, old black and white women clapping? They all look like her.
Yes,
You don't remember that?
I do not, no.
Oh, man,
I
that's a
do
good
not.
reference.
I don't remember. She was not. She's actually really good looking. She's usually facing the side though during the opening of Hitchcock Mysteries. Fucking yuck.
Now you know why the old man dropped the bomb.
Absolutely. Exactly. And he sent her on a trip to Japan for a week. Eleanor Roosevelt was not good looking.
She was better looking when she was younger.
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
But here's what I think about Eleanor Roosevelt. Because who referred to her as having very bad breath? Or was it her lover that had bad breath? It might have been her lover that I think Edgar Hoover... Shut up. Referred to as having terrible breath. I think
her female lover?
Her female lover, because she was, I believe, gay or bisexual, had a terrible breath.
But if you lived in the black and white era, you got to assume most people had the bad breath.
But not if you were, if you were eating First Lady pussy. How about you chew a mint?
If you lived in that black and white era,
You think
come
so?
on, yes.
Listerine's been around since the 1800s.
They
right?
weren't doing the dental floss and really getting their teeth cleaned a lot. I
Who
would
does she
assume.
look like? Go back to her. She
Oh
looks
my God,
like
you're a genius.
Who does she look like? A guy. She looks like a guy. Can you blow up her face and take her hair out of it? Like go make it bigger so the hair.
Hold on.
She has awful.
Let me find a different picture.
No, that picture was okay, but
It won't get any larger.
Oh, okay. Who does she look like? She looks like a boy. And her hairdo is very Herb Tarlick-ish.
Yeah, the eyes look sort of familiar.
And the face.
You got to cover up the hair.
Oh, God. Hold on.
Whose face is that?
I don't know.
I can't place it. Like you go up like that. They go up like that again. You just did it. No, right. Thank you. Who the fuck does she look like?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stop the whole show, but she looks like somebody's
We'll figure it out
driving
during
me
the break.
crazy. It's on the tip of my tongue. Wink, wink.
All right, keep going.
She kind of looks like Fred Stoller.
Yeah, but that's not who I'm thinking of. Maybe that is who I'm thinking of.
It's been some rough
Best
ones, boy.
Truman.
Let's get really into this. Lou Hoover. Wow. All right, Lou. Grace Coolidge.
Grace Coolidge,
She
not
doesn't look
bad.
too bad.
She got style to
Not
her.
bad. You throw off that hat, you put a finger in her ass. Grace Coolidge really knew how to fucking. Grace Coolidge knew how to spend a Sunday.
Wow, that's
oh my God,
that's
it's
a
fucking
handsome one right
it's
there.
Tim Curry from Rocky Horror Picture Show. Florence Harding looks like Frankenfurter. I'm just a sweet transvestite. My husband's the president. Pennsylvania.
There's a little tranny in that, definitely. Edith Wilson. Wow. All right, keep going.
Man.
Ellen Wilson.
They look ghostly.
Helen Taft. It looks like she was all right.
You can't.
It's hard to tell.
Hard to tell. Yeah. Now we're in the hard to tell area. Edith Roosevelt. No,
it's hard to tell gender at this point. Like, go back to Edith. Don't step over there. I want to look at Edith Roosevelt for a moment and just drink in this vision. You can't see her hair. Oh my God, it looks like a young Robin Williams photo. Just glancing.
She's got manly features too.
This is Doubtfire face.
Yes, she absolutely does.
Yeah. Keep going. Let's see. Ida McKinley.
That's also she also has a Robin Williams face.
All right.
Look at her fucking face, not the hair. That is a Robin Williams face.
A young Robin Williams.
And the mouth.
Whoa.
Look at that.
Whoa.
That looks like a guy.
It's Christopher No, it's fucking Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Caroline Harrison looks like Robert Downey Jr.
And it looks like she has a mustache, doesn't it?
Wait a minute. That's the
Start of
woman?
a mustache.
Yeah,
yes.
that fucking hairdo is
You would
truly
swear
bad.
that's a guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a dude.
All right.
Fucking hairdo from Aha.
Ooh, Frances Cleveland.
Oh, my
Almost.
She's a tasty. She's like,
Almost.
tasty.
Oh.
Ellen Arthur,
All
definitely
right, Ellen
fuck.
Arthur.
Okay.
She's lovely.
Whoa.
Lucretia Garfield, not.
Wait, Lucretia?
Yeah, Lucretia.
She's got very small features.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Who knew a first lady name was Lucretia?
I did not know that either. Lucy Hayes.
Almost.
That'd be a good trivia question.
Whoa,
Oh my God, who's that guy? Julia Grant.
Oh, they got some man
Hey, it's
faces.
Peter North. Remember fucking Peter North and his giant loads? That's what fucking Julia Grant looks like. It's a great reference for me alone. Oh,
all right, we're moving out of actual photographs now.
Yeah, just sketches. How ugly do you have to be when they hire you to sketch the first lady and it still looks like a man? How fucking Eliza Johnson is not attractive.
It's so manly. The face is so manly.
Mary Lincoln. See, now we're lost. Now,
Yeah, not good
Now we're
looking.
getting into the.
Harriet Lane, they drew a painting of her from 400 yards. What a fucking pig. She probably had a cleft lip.
It looks like a keyhole.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
Jane Pierce, rough. All right.
Oh,
Looks like a guy again. Looks like Weird Al Yankovic.
Abigail Fillmore. Not particularly. Go back. You're rushing past this vision. How could you rush past what is arguably the ugliest woman in 500 years? I would literally let Ben Carson's wife take a dump on my chest before I would correspond with Abigail Fillmore. Abigail Fillmore is not a looker.
Oh man, that's a bad face.
Margaret Taylor. All
What
right.
a cranky woman she looks like.
She doesn't look happy. But those were the days you couldn't smile for anything.
And it's the
Sarah
days before
Polk.
television. Maybe
Sarah
their husbands wouldn't even got elected with these in the television era.
I like Julia Tyler. She's wearing flannel. That's a modern look she
I
has.
swear.
That is kind of modern, right?
Doesn't that look like a fucking snotty hipster face? If you guys go back and look at Julia Tyler in your personal time later.
Yes.
She was not attractive.
All right.
Letitia Tyler. Her and Lucretia would hang out. And they'd go, someday they're going to steal our names. You would better not be true.
Wow.
I hope. Don't tell that to Anna Harrison. She's wearing a hat in her picture.
That's a man.
That's a man.
That's a man, no?
That's a dude.
Wow. All right, now.
Tiny head. Oh, no.
Now
Hannah Van Buren had that little tiny head
And a
disease.
giant neck. Look how long that neck is.
She sure did. She's the early photo of XM, Opie. Remember your photo from the early days?
Oh, right.
Your early photo, XM, Opie. Well, smoothly
Now
said.
we're in the era where they didn't even know how to draw properly yet.
No, they did, but you go back. You're missing it because that was her nickname. Was long neck little head bitch. That was what they called her. Yo, long neck little head bitch is coming. Oh, Hannah Van B.
Oh my God,
Jesus.
Rachel Jackson,
Not attractive.
not a good first name.
She got to have like a football neck. That's called a football neck.
Her first name doesn't match her face.
She's
No.
All American.
Yeah, she's a tight
That's
end.
not
neck.
a Rachel. All right, now
Now you
it's
just-
now we're just
Louise
now
Adams,
we're looking
you
at
can't see.
smears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they're just smearing.
We got to keep going back, I guess.
God, that's a boy. Elizabeth Monroe with a boy haircut.
Yeah, a little beehive. That also feels a bit more modern than old school.
It looks like she's wearing one of those leather football helmets.
Yeah.
Look at the hair.
Dolly Madison.
Good looking.
It's not a bunch of lookers.
What is that?
Martha Jefferson.
Now it's
way
now
back.
they're-
That was probably Thomas's, because some of the black girls were like, "What the fuck? Martha's ugly." He's like, "I know. Draw her from stand over there by the fucking elm tree." But it's time for my painting. I know that. But we need you. He's nearsighted. Get over there. Or is it farsighted? I don't know what it is. Go stand by the Go stand by the sycamore tree while I fucking kneel in the bathroom and eat this dark hiney.
Exactly.
I don't want everybody to see that I'm obviously fucking the slaves because look at you.
Make sure you paint her for the next 8 hours.
Do a real slow. I want a full body shot.
Get her shoes. Slaves to take care of.
Yeah, that's how. That's go back. That's why he wanted to get all the way down to. Why would we paint her shoes, Mr. President? Because I have a dark hiney to eat, and I need this picture to take a long time.
Take a stagecoach to Philadelphia. I got some things to do.
I want the dress. I want the outfit. I want the shoes. I have slave pussy to eat. Get her across the yard by the sycamore tree.
I don't even know if that's not a picture. That's not a. It looks like a cartoon.
It's a drawing of a woman from 400 yards.
It's unbelievable.
It looks like clip art.
It looks like a New Yorker cartoon.
All right, let's go. What else? Oh boy, Abigail Adams. There's still sort of photographs.
Sort of.
I don't know. A ship captain.
Whoa,
that's a guy.
Martha Washington was
George. It's George.
It's George.
George married his sister.
Yeah, she's the dollar bill.
Brother.
She's the dollar bill.
She really is. George is fucking having his wooden teeth fucking filed. And like, we got to do something for the dollar bill. He's like, all right, take Mart. That's probably what he called her. Mart.
That's the dude.
That's a female?
Yes, that's his wife.
How awful. All right.
So.
Okay.
Holy.
Okay.
Shit. And the winner for most unfuckable woman in history.
No wonder he stayed out in the winter.
Yeah.
He didn't want to.
He
didn't want to share that warm bed with that.
Who chopped down that apple tree? I did. I was hoping it would fall on my ugly wife. She was sitting over there on that bench, and I was hoping the apple tree would crush her.
Could you imagine if Trump's elected and Melania next to these fucking...
That should be Trump's rally cry. My wife or this thing? Who do you want to look at for the next 4 years?
We just sent out the link to the exact website we just looked at. It's brutal. Check it out for yourself.
I mean...
So there's no one. Jackie O is way ahead of everybody else.
Yeah. And then I say Michelle's there.
You might have to give it to Michelle Obama.
Not over Jackie O, but yeah.
I don't know.
No, I mean for the silver medal.
Yeah.
I don't know, Hillary in that picture.
Oh, Hillary.
No, but right there.
With that.
But look at all the other people we just saw, and look at Hillary.
Well, after that, looking at that, she might as well be fucking Christy Brinkley.
That's true.
She was all right, but she wasn't a looker by any.
No.
Bess Truman. Wow,
that shit.
There's some hardy, manly bitches in that list.
What are you talking about?
Bess Truman is the worst. Look up Bess Truman. That's just. She is fucking, and goddamn it, Eleanor Roosevelt. I cannot decide who she looks like, and it's driving me fucking bonkers.
You know what she looks a little like? Fuck. You watch Boardwalk Empire?
I do.
The dude who played one of the mobsters, one of the young mobsters with the eyebrows.
I don't know.
She got some of his face.
Yeah, there's some man face going on.
All right, we should take a break. We got Sherrod Small in studio.
Wait, is it Mike Myers? She looks like fucking Mike Myers. I don't know. That's who she's reminding me of.
Who was a lover? Who's that chick?
I don't know. Some person. I want to say it was a reporter. I think it was a reporter.
Wow.
Bess Truman is a horror show.
She looked
because in that photo, it looks like she's wearing a hat. Wow.
She looked like what year? Like 40s? Is this the 40s?
I don't know. The 45, I guess. That's when fucking Harry
40s.
did his.
So I'd say the 40s.
Oh, she's.
Wow.
She looks
nice. She looks like she's a nice woman.
She's an abomination. Oh, her teeth are terrible.
Oh man, right there, that shot.
What did she have her teeth fucking whitened with? A Clark bar? Fucking awful, filthy teeth.
Wait, look at this picture.
Where?
That's her.
Oh, look at all.
She looks good right there.
Yeah, I'd fuck her there.
Everyone looks good when they have youth on their side, though.
I tell you.
That's when Harry first met her.
Right.
That was probably when they probably met at the dance. That's how long ago that was.
Okay. Sherrod Small in studio.
Yes.
Killing it last night on Race Wars on this channel.
It was fun times.
Who'd you guys have?
We just had Rob Numbers calling. He's like a retired referee from the WWE. He called in second hour. It was great.
Okay.
He has the Wrestling Soup podcast. It's great.
Oh, very cool. And Jimmy's heading to the Improv in Irvine, California after today's show.
Tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, yes.
Jim.
Yes, I am.
Jiminy.
I'm out there working.
You fella.
And
gotta pay off a mortgage.
I think we do have some John Fogerty clips from our fine interview with the ex-lead singer of Creedence Clearwater Revival.
When was he in here?
Yesterday. It was a good time, man. Nice. I liked it. I enjoyed that one a lot.
He has some stories?
Oh, God, he got fucked all the way.
Really?
You know, all those hits, you know CCR music.
Yeah, what, the band fucked him or the record
Everybody
company?
fucked him.
Yeah. Wow.
His own band, his own brother, the record labels, everybody fucked him.
So is he broke now?
No.
I think he's a rebounded, but for a while there, he was broke.
Wow.
He didn't make a lot of money off all those songs in the end.
So he had to make his money from touring?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't ask him, but I'm sure he's doing okay now. But you know, the record executives were making all the money as that guy's hammering out these hits one after another.
Yeah.
With his band.
He thought that I thought his brother was gay too.
Yeah,
Which I didn't though.
I know.
It was funny. I was trying to, because his brother died of AIDS. His brother Tom was in the band, got it from a transfusion. In like 1990, he died. So I think he got it. I'm guessing he got it in the late 80s sometime.
Right.
I think.
That's when Off the Edge got the same.
Right.
That was the point.
But back then, everybody kind of thought it was a gay. I mean, by 1990, it was a little better. But that was still, people thought it was all from ass fucking.
Right.
So I'm like, did you think that there was, like, he was a drug addict or whatever?
You didn't realize you could get it from the blood transfusions yet.
Until that little boy, remember the young boy?
Ryan White, yeah.
Good old Ryan White.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he was great yesterday.
I liked him very much.
Felt bad for him.
You ever hear Proud Mary? That fucking song is good.
Dude, he didn't play CCR songs for like 6
months?
At least 15 years.
Because he was angry?
Because he didn't want the other guy
to get paid.
The record guy, this guy Saul, excuse me.
He had all the rights.
Yeah, so he's like, if I play these songs, I'm giving even more money to this Saul guy.
Performance royalty.
And that Saul guy sued him later for a song that he wrote.
Old Man Down the Road.
Old Man Down the Road.
Run Through the Jungle.
They are the same song. It's very similar.
Yeah, but the problem is...
But Fogerty wrote both.
He wrote both, and the record guy owned it?
He owned the rights to one.
Listen, he wrote the song. Yeah. He arranged the song. He sang the song. It was a huge hit. He got no money for Run Through the Jungle in the end, because Saul got most of the money.
What?
So then, years later, he does a solo album, and he does Old Man Down the Road that sounds similar to Run Through the Jungle. So his old bandmates actually went to Saul and said, this song is very similar to the CCR song. You should sue him. And he goes, okay, and he sues him. Knowing all the money he got from John Fogerty, you would think, holy shit, just let him be and let it go.
Why is his band members like that? Why are they such
I bet
assholes?
they have a different story to tell.
I'm sure.
Probably.
I'm sure
I bet
they have a different story.
Because he did at one point say, I'm going to make all the decisions, and he eventually started letting them contribute, but he's like, nope, this is not a democracy. He might have been very difficult.
I would assume there was some
animosity.
He was a bit difficult, but he was the main guy. He was the main guy in that whole fucking band.
Wow.
Yeah. And there was a time the rest of the band was getting jealous because this guy's coming up with all the hits and stuff. And they're like, hey, man, we'd like to write some songs, too, because the Beatles were hot. And the Beatles made it work where everyone was sharing in the writing responsibilities in general.
Right.
Some more than others, but certainly they all contributed. And CCR thought they could be that type of band as well. Yeah, hanging in there.
That's sad.
What is this? Guy is hanging from a bridge somewhere. Hanging in there. Firefighters rescue Manna?
Who's pulling him up?
Manna dangling from bridge? Is that supposed to say man and they fucked it up?
Yeah.
In Houston, Texas, they got him. He's fine. So
right before that, they showed that girl who got thrown out the car. Did she get thrown? That 17-year-old girl?
She jumped.
She jumped out.
She was abducted and she fucking jumped out of the car. That's what Ben Carson said he would have done. Yeah. Was it by a woman?
Yeah, it was a 40-year-old woman who kidnapped her. I don't know the whole story.
And how old is the girl?
17.
Oh.
She picked her up in the morning, beat on her.
Right.
And had her in the car. Then the girl had to jump out the car and rolled out, tucked and roll.
Hey, Jimmy, a friend of mine just texted in and said he thinks that Eleanor Roosevelt looks like Ron Howard's brother. Is that anything?
You know what? You're probably right. That's not who I was thinking of, but yes.
Let's go back. What's Clint?
Clint.
Right.
Clint Howard.
I almost said
Beebs,
Clint.
Man.
I almost said Clint Howard. I think he looks like a Clint.
He's a rough face.
You know, hang out.
It depends where you look. She looks like a lot of different character actors.
Oh my God! Go to the top right photo. Open that.
Wow.
Her fucking teeth are atrocious.
It's like a junkyard.
You could tell how brown they are in this black and white photo.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She was a nice
But she's an
woman.
older lady then.
Yeah, she's got to be 70 there.
So
right?
what? What are the fucking?
60?
Did she have one tube of toothpaste and she ran out of it in her 40s? What a brown tooth idiot!
I don't think they had the fake teeth figured out.
Nah, they didn't.
Well, how about you frown? That's a fucking terrible smile.
Now all these old people walk around with these beautiful teeth.
I like it.
The veneers, they make everybody.
You don't see old people with bad teeth anymore.
Teeth and hands is your first sign of your age.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break. Oh, so anyway, John Fogerty, we got some video from yesterday's appearance. Go check that out on the old YouTube channel.
Yep.
And who's coming in today?
We have some of the comic. Kevin Smith was supposed to, but it's just the comic book band. Brian, Walt, Michael, and Ming.
Oh, yeah, man.
And then Mia Isabella, who's just a delight, is coming in.
Who's Mia Isabella?
She is a trans porn star and model, and rather lovely.
All right.
We've looked her up before.
Have we?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
You're very excited to have Mia in.
Well, you know,
it'll be fun.
Delightful to interview her, sure.
Yes.
Laney said she's coming around, and I'm like, she's the girl that had the whole scandal with Tiger.
The Tiger Woods?
Oh, okay.
Not Tiger Woods, no.
Tiger? Oh, Tiger. Oh, yeah, Tiger the rapper. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I don't like outing people, but this is already a news story that's kind
Wait, that's a dude?
Wait, yeah, that's a dude.
Born a dude?
No. A lovely lady just bursting out.
Wait, how is that a dude?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go to that one. How is that? Was born a guy?
Yep.
Can you at least say that? Born a guy?
Sure.
Okay.
Now Opie's all of a sudden on board the Jim Norton fucking dilemma train. Welcome to the Jim Norton dilemma train.
Save him a seat.
Absolutely. Choo choo.
Slow down.
All aboard.
Welcome to the Jim Norton dilemma train.
I might be taking a look at the train schedule, but slow down.
Oh, I know you are.
I'm not even on the platform.
Your credit card is out, though. Your credit card is out. You're looking at the schedule, and all of a sudden, your credit card is out. Next thing you know, you'll be popping one in your mouth. It's all right.
Where are we taking
this
train? Where are we taking this train to? Is it
Funville. That's where we're taking it to.
Is it a short train ride, or are we going all the way to?
Not
the
with
West
her.
Coast?
It would not be. It'd probably be a very long train ride.
Very long train ride.
Look at the booty.
It's so fucking wonderful.
It's disturbing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, she's coming in today.
Yes.
What's her name again? Mia Isabella will be in studio. All right.
All right.
We will break now.
What'd she say happened with Tiger, though?
Huh?
What happened with Tiger? Did they?
Someone, like her roommate or something, sent out photos. I actually don't know.
I truly don't know.
She said,
she
said they were together for like years.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to talk about that.
Well, he was dating Kylie Jenner.
While he was dating Kylie.
I don't know if they're still together or not. I'm not in that.
Him and Kylie?
Yeah,
I think they are.
I would hope not. Why would you date Kylie when you could have Mia?
And this was like years ago, and then he like denied everything. And
oh, we got to talk to her, boy.
And then Eric, I'll have to ask him, but he just texted me saying that he's got some Bubba audio.
He has some Bubba audio. Yeah.
Is it good? I'm kind of fascinated with the Bubba audio.
It's
just
pretty
because
good.
Eleanor Roosevelt looks like Louis Black.
Oh my God, she does.
Is that it?
I'd rather fuck Louis. Are those guys here?
Rich the Trucker One. Thank you for that on the Twitter. I don't know. All right, we're going to break in.
Yeah, and then look at the Beebs pack up. Be right back.
Oh, yeah, we got to look at the Beebs pack
More with Opie and Jim after this.
I looked down at my sheet.
Right.
Here we go again with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominations.
Sick fucking puppies.
You got leading the way is Janet Jackson.
Okay.
NWA. Sorry. And 9 Inch Nails.
Okay.
Eligible but not nominated, Soundgarden and Alice in Chains.
Oh.
It's cool Janet Jackson's going in, though, and Soundgarden and Alice in Chains aren't.
Yeah, Janet got that new album coming out, that's why.
They haven't been
Not
elected.
in yet.
These other guys are not even nominated.
No, I know.
Yeah, they're not even nominated. No,
I'm saying that Janet Jackson's not going in.
You think NWA is
She's nominated to go in. I get
No,
it.
they were nominated last year. They didn't go in.
Who?
So was Nine Inch
NWA?
Nails. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were both nominated last year.
Who?
Nine Inch Nails and NWA.
Oh, and they didn't get in last year.
No.
I think that movie might get the NWA in now,
think so,
because that
too.
movie's too huge not to...
Well, they got to put someone in there.
Yeah.
I think Yes is nominated, and Chicago, and
how can you say no to Janet Jackson though? I mean,
she'll get in.
I wasn't a huge Yes fan. I like a few songs, but how are they not in it?
They got
it
takes time for everybody.
It takes time. They started in the 60s.
No, I'm saying the whole Rock and Roll Hall of Fame opened, in the 80s?
I guess.
So they've been trying to get their shit together
But they're
since
running
then.
out of bands now, so now you do throw in bands like Yes and Chicago and all that crap. Chicago had a million hits.
Yeah.
A million hits.
They should have opened up with some people already in there, inducted, instead of just doing it every year and trying to catch up.
Of course. And then that whole grunge scene was huge. Alice in Chains and Soundgarden are two great bands. Whatever.
It has been like 20 years, right?
We learned a long time ago that they're just ridiculous in their decision making.
The worst.
I think so.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not an easy job to pick who's coming in. I would just pick like 50 bands right off the bat and to say they're in.
It's easy.
Yeah, but I mean, they should be nominated.
Who's doing the nominating? Is it like a board at the Rock and Roll Hall of
There's
Fame?
a board, and then they also let fans vote, and then the fan voting becomes its own separate ballot.
Okay.
There's a lot of people just being assholes with their vote.
And snobs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Real snobby.
Taking it extremely serious. Yes should be in there, period. Long distance run around. Where are our guests? Or should we do the Biebs? Biebs.
Yeah, where are the comic book men?
Well, the Biebs it's a very easy one. Supposedly he's got a very small penis.
What?
That's
I
not
don't know
true
why.
at all.
Huh?
It's not true. They were saying he's got a big dick.
Is that what they're saying?
Fuck yeah!
What? How did I read that wrong? It says Justin's little Bieber.
I mean,
cameras catch pop star Justin Bieber frolicking naked. This is on the front page of our paper today, by the way.
No, it is not.
He's all Pekka.
Front page. Him naked. Of course, they're blocking out the piece. Wait, does he have a big one or a small one?
Look at the photos. They're online. We don't have the photos?
No, I didn't. I just saw what was
Is
in
the
the
photos
paper.
of his penis?
Yeah, it's from far away. I think he did it on purpose, to be honest.
Does it look smaller than Lenny Kravitz? Remember you saw his shaking around?
All right. Well, I got this story all wrong because it says Little Bieber. So I was assuming they were
Justin's Little Bieber.
I was assuming they were making fun that he had a small one, but it turns out he has a giant dick.
I wouldn't say it's giant, but I mean,
let's take a look at this damn thing. I didn't know we could take a look at it.
It's not giant, but I wouldn't kick it out the bed, doesn't it?
You saw it?
No, it happened already?
Yes.
It was that fast?
I don't know. Where do we see the unedited photos?
Just Google it, I guess.
In the paper, it shows him naked with a guitar over his piece. So
I can tell he's packing something because this level of douchery comes with some type of nice
There's
mule.
a reason for certain arrogance.
Yeah.
All right. So he has a big piece. Certainly the paper didn't make that clear to me.
Is it circumcised is the question. I don't know what's happening in Canada.
Yeah, he's clipped.
You still got the jacket on it, or is he clipped?
I think he's. I didn't look that close. It was far away from
And what he just decided was time to show the penis because he's got to know.
It was
people.
a vacation photo, and the model, the woman he's with, is fucking smoking, man.
Is
What
she?
a big rump she has. Yeah, she's lovely.
Where is she?
What's her name? Her name is.
I don't know. She's a Brazilian model.
Her name is Who Gives a Fuck.
You can't see
it
the.
says it right here. Who gives a fuck? What her name
Her
is?
ass
There you
is
go.
fucking lovely.
All right.
He's so Nick Carter.
Oh, he's bending over. You get a shot of his asshole too.
Well, there's a little something for everyone.
Jesus, God.
Wait, is that a what?
Huh? I don't know. We're still trying to find
He has a black penis.
I see the black part of
his
it.
penis is
Looks like a
square.
box.
It's a black square penis.
It's a black square. Oh no, it's Ben Carson.
God, everyone's bragging that Bieber's penis is on the internet, but we can't find it. No one's brave enough to actually post it, I guess.
No, that's someone to put on Twitter.
So it's somewhere. All right, whatever.
Yeah. Who's our guest?
Where are?
They're not all here yet.
What? But then we.
All right, that's fine.
I know.
We could talk about Lance Bass too.
Oh, Lance, he got a new show over here in Sirius, don't he?
Yeah, I saw him walking out the other day.
Yeah, what's going on with him?
I don't know.
Saying he got molested, but
There we go.
Who, Lance Bass? Yeah, he said that before. He's got molested by managers and shit, didn't he?
Oh, Biebs wanted that out there because that's a fluffed
course he
penis. That's a fluffed penis. That's not a hey. I'm just going to go outside and grab the newspaper.
Yeah,
That was prepared for the shot.
Yeah, he's on Cialis or something.
The old. All right, you pump
He's
it up
juicing.
a little bit, but not too much.
He's juicing.
You got to figure out exactly where it's okay. Right?
I don't know.
It looks half hard, actually.
Look at his little fucking untanned midsection. What is that?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yes, it's boy shorts. Fucking like that's a damn boxer briefs midsection is creepy.
It's creepy.
Why are we analyzing Justin Bieber nude?
Because he's so delicious.
Well, I
prefer that to listening to his music.
He's got a bigger piece. All right, the paper said Little Beeb, so I got confused. There you go.
Well, good for him.
Lance Bass, who has a show on this channel. I don't know if there's a buzz on it, but
on this network, you mean, not this channel?
Oh shit, no, not on this channel. God.
Whoa. He's not your favorite, whatever he is, Backstreet new kid.
What could he add to this channel? Really? Stop.
Right. Fashion sense.
He's on Sirius XM.
Dance moves.
I have no idea what he does on his show. I'm sure he's terrific.
Yeah, he's on Andy Cohen's network or something, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, this is the clip. I don't even have to read the story. Yeah, play this real fast
This
before I
also
guess.
happens to men, too. I mean, it's a two-way street. It has happened to me. When I was 16, 17 years old, when we started, there was someone that, we worked with that was inappropriately touching us. And I was even aware then at 16 that this guy was a pedophile, and he was touching me.
Yeah, you should know at 16.
16?
He's not a baby.
Because I was very aware of it. But it happens
Did
to
you
us,
say
too.
anything?
No, I mean, with the guys, we would talk about it. We would kind of joke about it, but it's not a joking thing. But as a kid, I don't know. It was odd. But I'm glad that we were aware of it and we didn't feel victimized.
At 16 years old,
you were aware
that's
because you were
different.
16 years old.
You could almost drive.
Right.
Yes, and you can punch and kick.
That's not pedo. I mean, the guy might have been a pedo because someone touches you when you're 16. That's not a fucking pedo. Pedo is like a kid toucher. Like if you're 16, that's it's inappropriate and it's illegal. But
I would assume you could handle yourself a bit more at 16 or 17.
Speak up.
He said 16 and 17.
Didn't they say that
like
about the guy who used to handle them? Who's the dude, the fat dude who was their manager? And
Yeah, I know, like
What's his name?
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman. It was alleged that he was touching the boys and
I never heard that.
tingling with booties.
Oof.
Yep, he's a booty toucher.
He put that band together too, right? They didn't really know each other.
Orlando.
Going in.
Florida is like is a state that's got some problems.
Florida?
I'm telling you.
Lou Pearlman.
It's something to be
Lou Pearlman.
being
Yeah, Ron Perlman was the billionaire.
Apologies to the character actor Ron Perlman.
Yeah, Lou Pearlman.
I thought
he was Hellboy, right?
And he's a real creep looking dude.
Yeah, Hellboy doesn't touch kids. We just want to make sure everyone knows that.
Fuck yeah.
Hellboy doesn't go down that road. Our guests are here. Who do we got?
Three of them are.
Who do we got?
One of them's still on the way. We have the comic book man.
The comic book man. Kevin Smith was going to bring him in, and then Kevin Smith had something to do for Comic-Con. He had to get there early?
I don't
Is
know
it even open?
No.
What is he doing?
It's not open.
He helps with the decorations.
Maybe the boys know.
They might know.
Where's their names even? I know it's Brian. I know Brian.
Yeah, Brian. I was on with Brian.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Here we go. Let's get these guys in here. My God. Brian Johnson. We know Brian. And Walt Flanagan. And Michael. And Mick.
Hey, guys.
What's up, man? How are you? What's going on? Welcome.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
It's been a minute.
Wait, it's been a while? You've been on our show?
I haven't been on a show. Didn't you used to come and did you ever play poker with us?
No, I'm not the poker guy.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of poker, actually. Where's Brian?
Stuck in traffic.
Oh, he's the one stuck in traffic.
Oh.
Who are we waiting? Who's out here?
And Mike went to the bathroom.
The first class operation.
Yeah, right. And what happened to Kevin? Kevin was supposed to come in
He got
today.
in late last night, and he was I think he just had to crash.
He just needs a good
Okay,
night's
so
sleep.
Roland lied when he said the Comic-Con called him and said he had to do like
Let's bring Roland in
like
here.
6 o'clock in the morning. What is there to do at Comic-Con?
Roland! Did you lie to us about Kevin Smith?
No.
They're saying
He's just
that
tired.
Kevin got in late, he's tired, and just wants a good night's sleep before the festivities today.
Oh, well, yeah, that's the first I heard of it. I didn't hear that.
What'd you hear?
Something came up.
Yeah, that's what came up. He got in late. Well, make no mistake, that man doesn't sleep. So
Yeah.
What's the festivities today? What's going on today?
we got just the first day of the con.
Oh,
That's,
okay.
the one that kind of sets it off. So
Okay.
we have our panel at 12:15, a whole day of press starting with this.
Right on. There's
We're riding around in a bus and podcasting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
That'll be fun.
Riding around the city in a bus.
Yeah, one of those double-decker tour buses.
Oh, that's
very
great.
cool. And what, you got fans on the double-decker?
Yes.
Not a bad idea, sir.
Good idea.
And what do? Do they just? What's your favorite comic book?
Mine, right now, let's see. I've been reading Hawkeye. I've been reading a lot of Hawkeye.
No, I mean like old school. I stopped reading comic books after the new Teen Titans #1. That's
you want to go way back?
That's when I stopped.
First one was the Avengers. So
okay,
that one sticks in my heart.
Yeah,
but these
like
guys,
a steak.
Yes, like a steak, like good oatmeal.
Is this the biggest Comic-Con? Someone was telling us yesterday that this is now bigger than San Diego.
It depends on whose math you use. Bigger attendance-wise, it depends on there's a thing called con math where the cons to put themselves in the ranking. It goes by attendance. Now some will count people who leave and re-enter. They'll count them twice or 3 times, and then but we were thinking can you just count tickets sold? But
so wait, that's a controversy now? Because
sure, yeah.
Because I guess New York and San Diego want to be known as the biggest one.
Yeah.
I hear San Diego though; it's the whole city, and obviously with New York Comic-Con, it's pretty much just the Javits Center.
Yeah. Well, New York's they spread out to the whole city too. They have. They're
started doing
New York
that.
Super Week.
Week.
Where else is it besides the Javits Center?
So
there's a double-decker bus, so that's pretty much spread out.
From borough to borough.
Yeah, so a lot of the panels they've spread out around the city. Kevin's doing a thing at the Hammerstein Ballroom. He's doing him and Ralph Garman are doing their show called Hollywood Babylon, and they also have Kevin's mitering at a Ash versus Evil Dead panel with Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi. But they're all spread out throughout the whole week.
All right.
Wow. So you guys here for the whole weekend?
I will be, yeah.
I enjoy Comic-Cons. I like going because you meet people that you never thought you'd meet. Like someone that just played the fucking, the third victim and I spit on your grave, or just like all these like cool people that you can get photos
I went to the
with.
one in San Diego for VH1 and like hosted the whole thing. And I got to run R2-D2 and that was fucking great.
Was it the original?
The original.
Should have kicked it.
No, I had the remote. It was fucking amazing.
It wasn't the actual remote from the old days.
I don't know. It was the original same R2-D2 from the movies.
They're saying that's what it was.
That's what they told me.
Wait, I don't know if you were controlling it. Kenny Baker was in that.
Yeah, there was
you're giving Kenny Baker a little shock.
This was a remote control one. I don't know.
But
there was no guy inside
I'm moving
of it.
Kenny.
Yeah, he's right. There was the guy that was inside. We talked to him once.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's not the one that I had.
He's a very tiny man.
Good for him.
Very tiny man. There's an old photo. We talked to all those guys that were in the costumes.
Who was in CP3?
Anthony Daniels. Come on.
You don't know, but they jumped right on it.
It's crazy what they know.
That's our job, my friend.
Yes. They set it together like Destiny's Child. That was impressive.
They were so excited.
Is that
to
our
say
career
that.
trajectory? Is Destiny's Child?
Who's Beyonce?
Here's Beyonce. He's sitting right next to me.
Okay. The quiet one.
Yeah. We talked to that guy. See, Sherrod. There was a guy in the...
Is he a midget?
Oh, boy, is he.
I just get the image that there's garbage all around him. Just like people been throwing stuff in there.
Oh, yes.
Like a couple of Snickers wrappers.
It does look like one of the 9/11 garbage cans that they replaced in the subway. It looks kind of like Robot-y. You saw those garbage?
I've seen him, yes. And that's the guy that was in C-3PO.
Yes.
What's his name?
Anthony Daniels.
Oh.
They were right on top of it.
Yeah. I met the guy who played Chewbacca, and I also met David Prowse, who played Darth Vader's body.
Right.
Also in Clockwork Orange is Julian, the fucking bodybuilder who carries the guy in a wheelchair.
He's got a really weird voice, too. Very not his body.
Yeah,
it's like,
very polite.
Hi, how
British.
are you guys? And it's, just very, you don't expect it.
What, the Chewbacca guy?
No, no,
the other guy?
Prowse, Vader.
Oh, from Vader, yeah.
The guy who plays Chewbacca is on the show this season. Yeah, Peter Mayhew. Cool guy. He just had a double knee replacement, so he's hobbling around a little bit.
Jesus.
But he's got a lightsaber cane.
Is he playing Chewbacca in the new one or no?
Yes, he is.
Well, it's weird how they got the same body. They could have easily replaced those guys and nobody would have known. Is that just a loyalty thing or to keep it for the fans a certain way?
Yeah, I think so.
It's got to be. I mean, you invite him back. Yeah, give him the paycheck. He earned it.
He's not going to be in every scene if he has, 2 fake
Double
knees.
knee
though.
replace. They have to take his lower leg off to put the knee on.
No,
that's how they do it.
No, you don't take the lower.
That's how Dennis
no.
off. That's how they did Dennis's knee replacement. They took his lower leg off to replace his knee, then put it back on.
No,
I swear to you,
I would
they had a
bet
big
money on
igloo
that.
cooler in the operating room. Just toss it in there, then
Maybe.
grab it a little.
Cutting all the,
grab a black
You come back when you can afford the rest of this fucking procedure.
That's how they do it.
Cutting all the nerves and the
How do you
arteries.
think they get the knee in?
I don't know. Not cutting the whole lower leg off.
The leg comes off.
I will bet money on this one.
I'm pretty sure my leg doesn't come off.
No fucking way.
Yes, Dennis Hall from the Bunny Ranch.
What about all the nerves? So they're cutting all the nerves and everything.
Yes.
No, that's not how they do it. No.
So you have no feeling below the knees?
No, you will after they put it back on.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt like hell.
Listen, technology's come a long way. How do you think they get that knee on and off?
I think he's just pumping up his story a little bit. There's no way that's how they do it.
Google it.
Get Dr. Steve on for 1 minute.
Shoot, I wish Brian were here because he did have knee replacement.
Yeah.
And he's stuck in traffic.
Speaking of Brian, I mean, can you guys outdo his stories? We had him on, and story after story after story.
Some great ones.
Now, you know how they say that bad decisions make great stories?
Yeah.
A man his life is defined by bad decisions, so he's got one good story after another.
And you guys just sit there dumbfounded, like, I wish I had a story like this.
Actually, Walt's known him for, 35 years?
Yeah, since 5th grade.
That's great.
Yeah.
So you've just seen the downward spiral.
He hasn't even told some of the better ones, or some of the worst ones.
So why don't you get him to tell the better ones?
Because it could implicate him.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you got to talk into that mic.
Sorry.
I think he's saving them. You know, they're kind of like trump cards. You kind of, you keep them in your back pocket, keep them up your sleeve just in case you need them one
You
day.
can always retell them, though, because you're not talking to the same audience every time. I've retold the same stories. I have 4 stories. I've been recycling them since 1990.
Really? Does it have to do with you having your leg detached and reattached later on?
That would be a phenomenal one. I would love to have
He doesn't believe you either.
It's yours
Sherrod.
now.
You don't have to.
He don't believe you. No one in this room believes you.
I think
that does not surprise me, by the way.
I think you're mixing up C-3PO in Empire Strikes Back with the real-life Chewbacca.
We're trying to get Dr. Steve on for a quick one.
Get Dr. Steve on.
I'm hoping on Twitter someone answers
Can't
it.
wait. You should get Dennis Hall for it. Let Dennis talk about it.
You're not cutting your legs off to get the knees in and then putting the legs back on.
They don't call it cutting it off. It's surgery.
I call it chop off. There's no way that's how they do it.
It's commonly known as amputation, my friend.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's surgery.
So how do you think they get the knee on without... How do you think they replace it?
I still think you're attached in some way. It might
I'm
just
just
be
wondering,
ligaments.
how do you think they replace a knee without moving off the bottom part of
take
the
the whole
leg?
thing, just make an incision, peel it back a little bit. Like, I don't know. I'm not
Would
a
they
doctor.
rip
I'm
off
sure
my
they-
head to give me LASIK?
And with the knees out, what's the leg connected to then?
Other stuff.
Ligaments.
Ligaments.
I'm going to guess
Tendons.
ligaments and muscle
Bones.
tendons.
But it's
Ligaments
still-
and muscle.
but
They're,
it's still
they're not cutting
off.
through muscle
Do
or
they cut it
ligaments and
above
nerve
the knee or
endings.
below the knee to do it?
At the chest.
Like right
I would assume
I can't wait till the doctor calls it.
I would assume it doesn't look pretty, but they're not amputating your legs to put knees in and then putting your legs back on.
Actually, I don't want the doctor who amputates your leg to put your knee back on to call in.
You're going to eat your words.
I don't know.
You're going
about
to
that.
eat your Comic-Con words.
Comic-Con
I don't
words.
know. I've never heard that. I'm going to guess it's
I
still...
never heard it till you told me the story. I was like, holy shit.
I'm going to guess you're still attached by ligaments somehow. I'm going to guess they open them up a little bit and put the knee, like spread everything like wires, put the knee in. Because to cut the muscle and the ligaments seems like it'd be really hard to... But then look, what happens during knee replacement? Let's see. You're under general anesthesia. There's no way... Oh, you are general, okay. Or spinal epidural anesthesia. The damaged part of the joint is removed from the surface of the bones, and the surfaces are then shaped to mold a metal or plastic artificial joint, like I speculated in my paper. The artificial joint is attached to the thigh bone, shin, and kneecap. Either they're not saying whether it comes off or not.
Well,
They're saying
how do you attach to a thigh bone?
I don't know.
Dr. Steve is calling in 5 minutes.
Excellent.
I think you guys are missing the point, though.
Hold on. Travis just told me that Dr. Steve says it's partly true.
Thank you, niggas.
Partly true doesn't mean it's... Let's hear what he has to say.
Let's hear what he has to say, but that's how you do it.
I know what he's going to say.
We both might be winners today.
Hopefully.
No, even if you're both right, you're both zeros. I think the thing is, here's how it's done. Yeah, it's still attached by ligament and muscle, but technically it's not attached because it's such a loose attachment. He's going to say something like that. It's attached by fucking ligaments.
There's an attachment still.
We'll see.
There's got to be an attachment.
Let the doctor call in. You're assuming.
But technically the leg might be off because if you stood up, it would just kind of swing. There's no bone
This is
connection.
only based on you watching Quincy for 3 years.
I loved it. Who didn't love Sam? That great head of hairy head.
This has nothing to do with comic books because we don't know much about comic books. So you see how we're deflecting this?
Yeah, but no, we are
We're deflecting the
winners of nothing, arguing about the dumbest thing, and that's what we do on the show. We made a whole TV show out of it.
Yes.
So congratulations.
What are some of the things you guys have argued about on the TV show? Some dumb things.
Just the continuity of Back to the Future. The Back to the Future year. It's like, wait a minute, Biff wouldn't have existed if he went back. If he changed a few future, and he went back.
Oh,
and
right. After he gave himself the book?
Yeah, I think there's a cutscene where he disappears or something, and dumb things like that. And there was who would win? Would Slave One or the Millennium
Thank
Falcon?
you for saying dumb things like that. At least you're acknowledging it's dumb.
In the grand scheme of things,
it's dumb.
It's dumb,
Okay.
but it makes us so happy.
Did you ever see Eric Stoltz footage from Back to the Future?
I have.
Oh my God,
it's weird.
Is it weird? Okay,
it is very weird.
How much shit did he shoot?
He shot for like a solid month. I read like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow. And they went back and watched Spielberg and Zemeckis and like this isn't working.
It's just
We're gonna
not
have to break
working.
it to him.
No, I think that Michael J. Fox cleared his schedule. He's like, I can do it now, guys. And they're like, Stoltz, you're out.
Wait, was
Goodbye.
he the original one they wanted?
Yeah, and Michael J. Fox, but he couldn't do it because of family ties.
Oh, okay.
So he would film that during the week and then go on weekends to do Back to the Future.
Isn't that amazing?
A month they shot
Isn't
with
that
him before they
amazing?
kicked him off the...
Yeah.
A month.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
but those checks still cleared, which is pretty cool for Eric Stoltz.
But you
That
also
was
He
the
gets
end
a
of the
piece of it
checks.
still?
I'm sorry?
He still probably gets a piece of it.
I don't know about that, but
I hope so. If he had a good contract.
he probably gets a little taste.
I don't know. Looking at him, I don't think he had the greatest of agents back then.
No.
Looking at him now,
Or even now.
And also, no one knew Back to the Future was going to be such a huge success either. So probably Michael J. Fox is thinking, I'll make some pocket money on the weekends.
Yeah.
I'll do this movie and maybe. Well, then again, it was Spielberg.
Yeah.
He
had
a
hits
pretty-
already.
Yeah, right. All right, yeah. It was gonna be a huge
You don't
hit no
look at the
matter
guy who
what.
directed Jaws as pocket money. He'd already done E.T. by that point. Jaws and Close Encounters.
Yeah, I'll shut my fucking mouth. Everyone knew it was going to be a hit. What am I talking about? Dr. Steve, go ahead, buddy.
All right.
Hello, boys.
We got
Hi, Dr.
we got the
Steve.
comic book men, or some of them, in studio.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Hello, Doctor.
We got the better ones in studio.
Thank you.
Yeah. We like Brian Johnson. Why did I say that, too? All right. So what do we got on this knee replacement thing?
Okay, well, the process is basically you take off the top part of the lower part of the leg, and it's called the tibia. So, the knee is basically a joint between the top part of the tibia and the lower part of the femur, and the femur is the thigh bone. And then that thing in the front is the patella, just sort of rides along in that groove. And to completely replace the knee, you kind of have to shave off the top of the tibia, which is the calf bone kind of, and insert a new piece of metal there that will articulate with the.
So it's detached. So your lower part of the leg
So
is detached.
Sherrod is wrong.
Well, I
How
didn't hear
about
what
this?
Sherrod said, but
How about this? Before you put the fake knee in, if you hung the person up, are their toes still dangling?
if you hung the person up, are their toes still dangling? Yes, but
dangling by what?
You lose.
But if you did this in a weird world where you did half the surgery, where you removed the parts of the femur and the humerus, and then just hung the person up by a hook, then yeah, their leg would dangle down because there'd be nothing.
How about
There'd
this?
be nothing connected it.
How about this?
The skin and all that stuff would be, now if you left it open, then yeah, the leg would just kind of flop down.
How about the ligaments and the muscle?
And the nerves?
Yeah, those are all still connected.
Yeah, you lose.
No, but he's kind of right, though. It's all bone.
Yeah,
the bone is not connected.
Right, the bone's
You didn't
not
say
connected.
the bone. You said they removed his leg.
Yeah, they took
That's
the
how they
leg.
start. They take the leg off.
They don't take the leg off.
Fuck you, Dr. Steve. You fraud.
I hear where you're technically right, but you did say that he had his leg removed.
No, that's just
they took it
ligaments
off and then put
connecting
it back.
Dr. Steve, you ain't shit.
Dr. Steve, let's say in the middle of the surgery, you want to go to the vending machine. You're like, you know what? I'm going to take the leg with me just to make sure it's safe. You could not do that,
I'm
right?
going to have Dennis call in and talk about his surgery.
Well, I mean, there's nothing in the physics of the universe that would prevent you from somehow wrapping it up and taking the person to the vending machine.
Not the person, just the leg part.
Oh, no.
I don't like your celebrations.
No, it's still attached.
I only got one on you, you son of a bitch.
This fucking thing had never worked again.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the muscles.
This is a great day.
Ligaments,
It's a great day.
most of the ligaments and the muscles and the nerves are all still.
Dr. Steve, you're a
As
doctor.
I speculated.
You're a doctor like Dr. Dre's a doctor. I don't believe
Yeah, I like to cry.
Hey,
yeah, Dr. Scholl's.
Dr. Steve.
Dr. Pepper.
Let's go off script for a second. We got the
Sure.
comic book men in
Dr.
here. You got a question for them?
Yeah, I'm just wondering who they think they're going to cast for Captain Marvel.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mike Zapsik. Who do you want?
I don't know. Ronda Rousey sounds about right. And she can kick anyone's ass. So
Yeah, she can kick some ass.
Yeah.
I've kind of been looking at Emily Blunt, but there's this woman on the show.
Captain
called,
Marvel's a woman?
yes.
Oh, my God. I would have thought that was a guy.
Different
she's,
Captain Marvel.
Jessica Jones' best friend, and that's a whole other thing. But it's the woman I want everybody to look at that plays Ragnar Halfbrock's wife on Vikings.
Leslie Uggams?
Leslie Uggams. Yeah, I think she would be an awesome Carol Danvers. I'm just throwing that one out there.
Ronda Rousey,
unbelievably hot, and
yeah. All right, let's look her up.
The chick on Vikings on the History Channel.
Yeah. And I don't know her name, but she plays Ragnar's ex-wife, I guess, on Vikings.
I don't think they'll give that to Rhonda because, like, you probably got to give that to
somebody who's not
a more,
recognizable.
more seasoned actress.
Shit, look at this woman. I think we found her.
Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah, she's hot.
Wow, wee.
What about Katie Sackhoff, though?
Yeah. What about Katie?
I don't know who
Let's
that
talk
is.
about
Who's
Katie.
she?
She's from
I'm with
Battlestar
you.
Galactica.
She's
She
from
was
Battlestar Galactica and a bunch of other stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know her.
She's a looker too.
Is she?
Did I sound believable? I don't know who Katie Sackett.
Yeah, she's kind of.
Wow, wee again.
God Almighty.
Very pretty.
Oh, I
she
remember
was
her.
in,
She's been in some things.
Yeah, she's been in some things.
Some stuff.
She's
Some
quite
stuff.
cute.
She's a hottie.
Yeah.
Nice.
Get her on the show.
Good call, Mike Zapsik.
I told you, man.
Nice breastbone.
Yeah, we've seen Rhonda in Entourage. You saw her in Fast 7.
cannot-
Can she carry a whole movie, though?
No.
Not yet.
It's hard to carry.
She's getting there, though.
Yeah.
She's starting to get more and more into that acting thing.
Because they don't need you to be a good fighter to carry a superhero movie.
In Entourage, she was awful as actor.
Was she?
I just couldn't.
What was her first time, though?
How is that possible? She's playing herself.
It's hard to do.
It's hard to do.
That might be the hardest thing to do is play yourself.
Because you're still reading someone else's lines.
She would have made a better Lincoln than herself.
An ass-kicking Lincoln that can put you in an armbar in a rear naked chokehold.
Rear naked.
What else, Dr. Steve, for these guys?
That's all I got.
That's the same girl?
That's a good question, though.
All right.
Damn, this girl is hot.
Yeah. Weird
All right,
medicine
Doc.
on this channel.
Thanks, Doc.
Yeah, 10 p.m. Saturday.
Yeah, I'm going to go write some toe tags and put smiley face in them.
All right, have a good day.
All right, buddy.
All right, there he goes. Dr. Steve.
I love how you guys have a medical expert on
call.
on call.
He's our
On
friend,
call.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he works in a hospice.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
He's a good
impressive.
man.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Brian Johnson has just checked in. I'm getting word. So,
What do you guys think about Supergirl on CBS?
They've released the first 6 minutes online. You can go and watch the first 6 minutes. First I thought it was ballsy of them. You know, usually most people release like a 1-2 minute trailer. They give you 6. Like
How's
6.
it?
And it looks cool from that long ass trailer. So I'm in. I'm totally gonna watch it.
The chick who's playing Supergirl, is she someone's daughter or something? Or?
Sure.
I'm sure she's
somebody's
somebody's
daughter.
daughter.
I mean, like somebody famous.
To be honest, I never
What's her
heard of her
name?
before.
I forget her name.
If you tell me her name, I know. I'm really good at connecting parents.
The Supergirl
Usually you
girl.
take the last name, just kind of find someone else with that similar name. Boo.
She's a cutie, too.
Ah. Lovely girl.
oh wow,
Melissa.
Melissa
Benoist.
Benoist.
Melissa Benoist. She's pretty.
Gonna go with Benoist.
She's 27.
When's that show starting, by the way? I thought it started. It starts like in November,
I
maybe?
don't even know what day it is, so yeah.
Ooh.
You don't ever check down your calendar?
No, dude, who are
Circle.
you? Ronda Rousey to play Captain Marvel. Yeah, that's right.
So what do you guys just sit around this comic book store and just shoot the shit, really, right?
Pretty much what you see on the show.
Well, some of us work, Ming.
Okay, well, some of you.
Do you
actually
work
get
at the comic book store?
Yeah.
I gave up on them years ago, comic books. When I was a kid, I loved them. I'm too obsessive, and so it became too much.
Was it
Really?
Was it cost? Were you buying books that you weren't even reading?
No, I started drinking and experimenting with drugs, and I sold them.
Sitting out on the streets of New York City with them on a blanket. Nice.
North Brunswick suburban boy sells X-Men 94 for $8 to buy a case of Meisterbrow. Video at 11.
I would have thrown in a carton of Mavericks for you too.
I believe me. I wish I still had some of those. I had a few good ones. Nothing amazing.
Brian Johnson.
There he is.
Welcome back to the show, sir.
There he goes.
Hello.
What's up, B?
The beard's getting even longer, I see. Wow.
Do you have a mic for him, Mars?
Yeah, we'll figure it out. What happened? You were stuck in traffic, Brian?
Oh, heck off.
Yeah, that beard is getting real, man. That's a serious facial hair.
Hold on, what's going on in the corner?
Oh, they're pulling
We're
wires
playing
out.
musical chairs here.
Every time he gets in, it's a...
Wow, he just pulled a move.
Yeah.
Well, how come you sent the other guy?
He just pulled a move.
He was ready to get over there anyway. He was ready to get to the couch.
Wait, what happened to that guy? You just pulled a move like he moved to the couch.
Yeah, like it didn't even matter anymore.
Why'd you just shove Walt away?
Yeah, that's called Walt not wanting to be on the air.
Yeah. Walt, you don't like being on the air, Walt?
No, not really. No.
Yeah.
He likes to do his podcast. That's it.
Yeah.
It's well, I mean, I've seen you on TV. I've seen you on TV. It's really intimidating just to be in a room, you know.
Oh, don't be intimidated because we probably weren't good on TV. You guys are on TV a lot more than we are.
It's just a real weird vibe, and I really assumed that Kevin was going to be here, and I wasn't going to be able to have to.
Oh, Walt, you did fine.
Yes.
Well, if I did,
all right, Walt, enough.
Now
shut the guy up.
And I will shut up.
It's horseshit. He's intimidated by Ming being here.
At least he's wearing pants this time. Ming is.
I don't think I've ever intimidated anybody. 5'4", $140, Asian. I don't think I'm intimidating anybody.
Well,
my friend.
A math competition.
Maybe. The math Olympics.
Here comes trouble, and you come walking.
Yeah.
5'4". Wow.
On a good day.
On a good day.
On a good day.
Are you trying to squeeze an inch on me somewhere?
Only down below, my friend. Only down below, and even that, I'm Asian.
Oh no!
Is
it true?
Oh, cursed. Oh, for sure. It's not
baby
a
penis.
It's not a stereotype.
It's true.
It's pretty,
okay.
It's not that big. It's okay.
Comes down to what you can do with it.
Way to come out, man.
I like that. I respect that.
I'm very skilled in other areas.
And the
The Math Olympics, yeah.
Sure, like math.
He likes to lick the puss.
That's right.
Good for you.
He can get lard up to his elbow and just.
Are you really going on record right now saying you're a champion puss eater?
If there was a competition, send me the trophy.
It's unquantifiable, man.
What are we gonna do? Like have a competition now? Are we going side by side now?
I think we should.
What's your move? What's your move there?
The alphabet. You ever done the alphabet?
the old
that's Kinnison.
Yeah, I was going to say, you fucking Kinnison.
It works.
Do you pick the fence too?
It works. What are you gonna do?
Oh,
He means the Chinese alphabet.
Exactly. Bam. Done. Game, set, match.
The only way to find out, it's like when George C. Scott wouldn't accept the Patton Oscar because he said everyone hasn't played that role. It's got to be the same girl who everyone eats their pussy, but a day in between so she can relax and wash her pussy out. But it's got to be one girl.
And she's got to sound like George C. Scott.
Yes.
Now you're doing it wrong, pig.
Lick my pussy, yellow belly.
I think now Brian's got the advantage over me though. He's got the facial hair. I think there's a clear advantage in that. I
don't know about that.
There's a certain texture.
You got to be
involved.
real careful with that because it's like needles.
Yep.
I remember when we were in 8th grade, we had a teacher who told us that he told us that he was a champion pussy eater.
Okay.
This is back in '84 when
Did he tell the whole
teachers
class?
would immediately go to jail. No, this is us in a. He taught the remedial.
He was the cool
students.
teacher, right?
Yeah, he was also a gambling instructor who embezzled our entire student fund. So we didn't go on a class trip either.
You had an instructor for gambling?
Yeah.
No, he was a gambling instructor on the outside.
Oh, okay.
Our high school wasn't that fucked up, but he said that was that ladies loved it when the beard tickled the inside of their thighs. Now, whether or not that's true,
that's true.
I don't know.
That's what he told himself. He said that's why they're squirming. He had them handcuffed in his basement. He's like, they fucking love it. When I don't shave for 2 days and I make the pussies all red, they go crazy.
It makes them cry. It makes them scream out for help.
Yeah, I think they're screaming for help. I have a sock in their mouth, so I can't be sure.
Imagine being a teacher singing that today. Wow.
Absolutely.
The times have changed.
Sure.
Boy.
You can't say shit.
No.
You can't even be a female teacher and hook up with a male student and people not say, like, oh, man, he's so lucky.
Right.
Like, no.
That's what we all thought growing up.
Sure.
Yeah. Shit, yeah.
You dreamed of it.
Every single guy dreamt of that teacher, and they didn't even have to be the hot ones.
I jerked off to every ugly teacher I ever had.
Oh, to this day. Till this day, I still do it.
Mr. Sankowitz is like thanking you.
All right, finally, somebody. Oh, I cranked it to every ugly teacher. I didn't care.
Because that's when you first, going through puberty, and they got their ass faced to you the whole time, writing on the chalkboard.
And their ass would shake a little bit because they're writing.
And you want to spill on that booty, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
My fucking social studies teacher, she literally looked like a fucking racehorse. With a big fat rump, and I fucking came to her for 3 years.
That was your go-to.
Oh, one of many. One of many.
Yeah, now it's not like your mom is going through your texts and she's like, oh, my son's been deflowered and he's only 17. I'm going to make a federal case out of it.
Yeah. I know, but you deserve to get in trouble if your mom has your passcode. You know how fast my mother would give up on my text messages? Oh, let's see what this young lady's like. Oh, that's not a young lady. All right, let me... It's not even a lady. It's confusing.
Is that a racehorse?
Oh, no, he's gambling.
What's going on, Brian? We haven't seen you in a while. What, were you stuck in traffic?
Yeah, some tractor trailer flipped over right on...
Were you injured?
No, I was not.
Oh, you were in it? Okay.
Or, we just, I don't know, I felt like maybe AMC should have gotten us a room tonight instead of leaving New Jersey at 6 in the morning, but...
Yeah,
I'll just put that out to AMC.
You guys are doing all right for AMC.
I mean, y'all want to chill here maybe after the Comic-Con or tonight? They should have got you a room.
Why New Jersey? Comic-Con's in New York.
But he's living in New Jersey.
Yeah, that's where we live.
Yeah, we all live in New Jersey.
And you guys knew each other growing up?
I knew Walt. I've known Walt since 5th grade.
Oh, that's why he pushed him out of his spot.
Right.
Got it.
These guys I've known about 15 years or so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Kevin and Muse, that we all grew up in the same town.
Right.
It's weird to see that many childhood friends actually make it together. It's like that many guys coming up together that actually still do projects.
Well, I think Kevin made it, and we just hung on so desperately to those coattails.
Dear life.
Unfortunately, I don't have any friends that have made it.
How long have you known Kevin?
Kevin, I knew in high school. I was on the basketball team, and he was like the dude who would videotape the basketball.
So you was the man, and he was the nerd.
Yep.
Videotaping your highlights.
He was the AV guy, put my highlight reel together. Yeah.
I like that.
And
Air Johnson.
We really started only hanging out after Walt was working at an after-school program, and then Kevin started working. I mean, 3 guys working at an after-school program with kids is weird, like at 18. Yeah. It really does. It's like you tell your friend, the pickings are so easy, man. You got to get a job here.
Why were you guys doing that? Were you forced to? Because of bad behavior or something you guys wanted to do?
No, I think Walt probably it was because it was within walking distance to your house, right? And he went there as a kid. And it's like all you had to do was play football or hockey with the kids
and they paid
after
you.
School, and they paid you for it.
Yeah. There you go.
So Kevin got a job through and I don't think Walt talked to him for 10 months. Walt is not the most approachable dude. And they worked together for 10 months, didn't really say a word. And then it was the comic book thing, right? That made you get... Kevin was talking about comics and
Batman.
Yeah, Batman. And Walt said something like, look, the comics you're reading are for kids. Check out Dark Knight Returns. And that's what made them start hanging out. And then Walt got me a job there. So I started hanging out. Muse got a job there, and he was that kid that was well, you can't stay in school the full day because you're too fucked up. So we're going to put you in charge of other kids who are younger than you.
What? Wow. What?
It's a really strange program they used to have, where any of the kids that were behavior problems or remedial students would come part of the day and work at this recreation center and oversee like, I'm talking little kids, like 5, 6, 7 years old.
That's disturbing.
And just, like you probably wouldn't, like Muse was only lazy. He wasn't detrimental to the kids. He just really wouldn't interact with them. But there were kids there that would say the most inappropriate shit in front of these children and do weird stuff. Yeah. It was an odd program where you take the worst of these junior high to like high school students, and you're like, all right, now you're going to basically babysit for these other kids.
What year was this?
Oh, that's got to be the 70s, late 70s.
This is mid 80s.
Mid 80s. Okay.
That's when anything went. Then.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
Thanks, Reagan.
Times were different.
Yeah, I'm shocked that none of the kids got killed or came up missing.
No, none got killed.
None got fucked.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I can't say for sure. not by me or Walter Kev.
And that started the friendship.
Yeah, that's how everything started.
And our other friend went on to become the spokesman for Subway. You know,
yeah, we don't talk to him much anymore.
Season 5 of Comic Book Men starts October 18th at midnight on AMC. What are we going to see this season?
We're going to see not as many guests, like superstar guests, I guess.
No, I mean, the ones we got are pretty big, though. I meant Peter Mayhew's on from, we got a guy from episode 7, The Force Awakens, but we got a couple other, but not as many as in the past. I think there was an outcry. There were some people who was like, too many guest stars. Get back to talking about, stupid shit.
Don't be talking about Brian like that.
Yeah, people appear to like the podcast part where we just... sit around and bullshit. Yeah, that's what people seem to like the most, and the more interesting transactions. Yeah. The part where we rip off Pawn Stars, kind of.
What kind of?
And by kind of, I mean exactly.
What kind of discussions you guys gonna shoot the shit about this season?
I don't know. What do we talk about? Do we talk about anything really that?
A lot of Star Wars. If you like Star Wars, keep tuning in.
Yeah, that's true. We talk about Star Wars a lot. We talk about.
When's it coming out?
2 weeks, October 18th.
Oh, wow. I thought it was December.
No, December 18th, man. It's all about you. He meant when does Star Wars come out?
Oh, Star Wars, yeah, December 18th is when Star Wars comes out.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, no, Star Wars. Oh, you guys are October 18th premiere.
Yeah,
well, that was probably the logical answer. Yeah. And then Star Wars is December. Okay.
The two things people are most concerned with this season, like when does Comic Book Men and when does Star Wars come out?
See, December 18th is a really weird time, though, because there's going to be too many people off for holidays and stuff. Why would you want to go see a movie on Christmas break?
Yeah, when you can have Ming doing Chinese alphabet all over you.
We're almost there. Star Wars. We're only a couple months out now.
Is it when you saw the trailer? Did you feel that excitement?
I'm not in the same world as you guys, but it looked cool. It looked cool.
I didn't care. It didn't look amazing.
Didn't care?
No, it didn't look great. Like it was okay.
It looked pretty great. Yes, but I'm not in that geek culture in general. So.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I'm excited because it looks like it's going to be a cool movie.
I'll see it. I'll take a date there. I
won't take it seriously like you guys will. You guys will pick apart every second of the movie, I'm sure.
Are you going to stand in line, Ming?
Oh, well, in this day and age, I don't think you have to stand in line anymore. You can literally buy tickets a month in advance.
Famous, you mean?
And that too. Yeah.
Hey, Lucas, get me in.
Are you guys able to just enjoy the movie, or are you going to be sitting there with a notepad the first time, and really just breaking it apart?
No, we're not that bad.
You're not that bad.
No.
I got to be honest with you. Ever since I started hanging out with Kevin, I've really not been able to enjoy a movie because I used to just watch a movie and not think about it.
Right.
But then hanging out with Kevin. As time went on, he would point stuff out, and you'd be like, "Yeah, I didn't really think about that." And then you get to a point where you're like, "I can't enjoy this movie at all."
That sucks.
He just looks at the constantly looking for
like
little
this.
things.
What are some of the little things?
This porn is of the lowest quality I've ever seen.
What are some of the little things now that you look for that takes you out of it?
Screen direction, acting. Like if they put in someone like, say, I don't know, me in their movie, who's not a good actor, it'll take me out of it. Say I'm watching something like Bored to Death, and I see a Jim Norton in it.
And you see Jim Norton's hiney pop out. I had to sign a nudity waiver for that because when I wrestled around with Jason Schwartzman, my hiney popped out. And they're like, you got to sign a waiver for it. So
wow.
Did you get a bump for it?
I think I might have got a little bit, but it was such a small amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was happy to do that because it was Dominic Lombardozzi, the fucking from The Wire.
So good that shit. You did, and you were great at it.
Oh, thank you, man.
Walt's right.
Thank you.
The kids take me out of movies now.
Sure.
Those polished Hollywood kids.
Yeah, colorful and like
They're
loud
just
and bright.
polished, and their acting is too good. It's bad, if that makes sense. It doesn't seem natural.
Yeah, like everyone seems like a Dakota Fanning. Like, remember when Dakota Fanning first came on the scene and you're like, it's like she's a little adult.
Yes.
Like, everything she says.
That's what the kids feel like now.
Yeah, you're right. Every kid is polished.
Takes me out of a lot of movies.
Until they're like 18 or 19, and then they get all fucked up, and you're like, oh, go look at their tits on the internet.
And I got busted knocking over a 7-Eleven in Vegas.
Oh, who was that?
It's almost all of them.
Oh, yeah, they did get busted doing dumb shit, right?
I think, aren't you talking about Kimberly from Different Strokes?
She did a cleaner. She's stuck up a cleaners, right?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, she's no longer with us. So.
No,
Yeah,
Dana
she passed
Plato.
away.
Dana Plato.
Who was the one that was caught speeding? Wasn't that the kid from Star Wars had some problems?
Hayden Christensen? I thought he was the best thing in the whole
the
franchise.
young boy.
The
little kid. Yeah,
Jake Lloyd. Yeah.
He's had all sorts of problems, right? Look up his rap
I
sheet.
tell you, I thought they were the best choices. That Hayden Christensen really changed Darth Vader for the good.
Oh yeah, he was awesome. Why he's not in the new one? I don't know.
Oh, he's not? Has he done anything since then?
I'm not sure. What was the Sixth Sense kid too? What was his name?
Haley Joel Osment.
Even Haley Joel Osment. Yeah, he had a couple issues.
Yeah, he's been in a few things though, right?
Yeah, but
wasn't he in Forrest Gump?
He was a Forrest. Yeah, he was.
He's in Kevin's stuff.
He was in Kevin's movie.
Kevin's movie. No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying his career ended. But
he was in Entourage.
He was in
movie,
Entourage,
too.
yeah.
He played Billy Bob Thornton was his father in Entourage.
Yeah.
Like somebody like Natalie Portman, you look at and you're like, wow, like nothing. Like as a child actress, she was great, and like really nothing has
Absolutely. Who hasn't loved her since The Professional?
Oh my God.
Wonderful film.
Jim, do you find as you get older? I want to ask you this. I was talking to my friend about it the other day because there is that scene, you know, like the Madonna scene, the dancing scene, and I saw it when I was probably like early 20s. And felt in a way that I'm like, God, this girl's 13. I shouldn't feel this way. Like she's acting sexy. This is fucking weird. But as I've gotten older, like if I rewatch that movie, I don't feel that. Like I don't.
It's a weird thing. I thought they walked a line really good between what is exactly his interest in this girl. Does he have any other interest? They never really defined it, but I thought it was really well done. Is like, well, I could see that he might, but he doesn't. And then I had no idea what to make of it. Like, was she trying to seduce him, or was it total childhood
Did he have
innocence?
sex in a French version or something? Don't they?
I don't know.
There's an international version. They don't have sex, but she mentions the words that she wants to sleep with him.
Oh, okay.
So she mentions that. So, too hot for American audiences.
Yeah, it's a little creepy. Like when she's 13, it's like Lolita. You know that whole fucking.
Yeah. She was sexy in that fucking film though.
Black Swan.
No, in fucking The Professional.
Professional.
Listen, I probably was a little bit older than her when
You were
she did it.
31.
Dude, no women, no kids. Those are the rules.
He's drinking
I
fucking
didn't
milk.
think they should fuck her, but that's what they were selling there.
How awful it must have been to live with him. He's got a gun. He's dropping lactose farts all around the house. Stupid fucking plant. Oh, yeah, the Madonna. I forgot,
nothing little girl about this. This is some grown shit.
This is crazy.
It is, but it's like a little girl doing an adult thing, and you can't tell what his reaction is. He was so good in this.
Yeah.
Really, I kind of got it from that face, Diane. Holy Christ.
He spilled on himself?
Like, is he shocked that she's being like, what do you...
Yeah.
And now he's
she
like,
got
all
on
right.
red lipstick, and come on, man. That's not a little girl shit.
He's feeling very uncomfortable there.
I'm feeling very uncomfortable right now.
Did it move?
But the music changed it.
Now, this is the sexiest right here.
Now she's dressed like little Chaplin. Or is that Hitler?
It's little Hitler.
A little sexy Hitler? Who can say no to that?
Who hasn't told their girl, like, just dress like Hitler?
Yeah, exactly. I need you to have big pit stains. I wish she was doing the Clockwork Orange version.
Gene Kelly? Yeah. She cuts the tits out of his.
Ready for love.
No, it's his
And then he
turn.
comes out.
I was going to say, she looks horrible here.
Clint Eastwood?
No, it's John Wayne.
That's John Wayne. Everyone knows it.
Sam
I don't know,
Peckinpah.
I give it.
John Wayne. John Wayne.
I was just about to say that. I swear. It's amazing. Leon, really brilliant.
All right.
He's crushed.
Yeah, John Wayne stunk.
Jean Reno, everybody. Jean Reno. Should have gotten an Oscar for this role.
My entire life was leading up to this. And you have fucked me over, Natalie Portman.
We got an update on the little kid from Star Wars.
Yes,
he's
Jake
got all
Lloyd.
sorts of problems.
I think
Wow.
recently he got into
He
something.
currently lives in Indianapolis, Indiana. On June 17, 2015, Lloyd was arrested for reckless driving without a license, and resisting arrest. Lloyd's mother, Lisa, stated that Lloyd suffers from schizophrenia and that the incident was brought on by his having failed to take his medication. She added that Lloyd attacked her at her home. Wow.
Yeah.
The previous March, also due to his struggles with that condition.
All right.
So he's not really acting anymore.
How old was he when he was in the movie?
Oh, God, what,
10?
6?
That's probably a great
That's
quality.
10. Like 10.
Is he 10?
At the oldest.
10?
89.
And has he worked
99.
since? No? See, that's a hard thing.
He looks like Robert Eiler. He looks
10?
like fucking
I thought he
AJ.
was younger than 10, but all right. He's 26 years old.
Being schizophrenic could be a great quality for an actor, though. If you can just kind of go.
If you can control it.
Yeah, if you can control it.
Get some
Yeah,
medication.
you hear about
in
some
ya.
celebrities like what's her name, that hot girl with borderline personality disorder.
Which Kathy Bates?
I like her.
Way to narrow it down.
Anne
Ryan.
Heche. No, God damn it! Why can't I remember her
That was
name?
a good guess.
Anne Heche is a
she
good
was-
guess.
That was a good guess.
Melissa McCarthy.
She was married to, wasn't she married to Kirk Douglas or Alec Baldwin or one of those
Farrah
guys?
Fawcett.
God damn it! What was her
Kim
name?
Basinger?
Jessica Tandy.
Kim
Dark-
Basinger?
Dark hair.
Zeta Jones.
Yes, Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Oh, she's married to Michael.
Yeah.
Michael Douglas. Not Kirk.
Yeah, Kirk
He's married to
Douglas
Kirk
was
Douglas.
like,
She's got some.
Just like Hitler.
She's got some action in that head of hers.
Does she?
She's got a little action. Yeah.
Didn't she
Little
give
Sharknado
a
up
little
there.
bit.
Didn't she give Michael Douglas throat cancer? Is the
That's
whole
what
the
the rumor
cunnilingus
is.
No, but that's-
thing,
hey,
right?
Ming, you're at risk for throat cancer.
Yeah, I
Don't
know.
worry.
Hey, totally worth it. 100%
Yeah,
worth
exactly. You smoke your Pall Malls, I'll lick this twat. See you in the hospital. Trade stories.
it. Everyone's got to have their vices, my friend. Everyone's
Believe
got
me,
to have their vices.
eating pussy is a much better way to get. But he said that
Ming's
Michael
up to a
Douglas.
pack a day.
He said that, and all of a sudden she got mad at him. I
Yeah.
think, and then he came back.
Gee,
to
I
his
wonder
role.
why.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone thinks their pussy's all fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, he backed out of that statement.
Yeah.
Backed out of the pussy and backed out of that statement.
I'd still get in there though. Wouldn't bother me.
Oh, it wouldn't stop me at all.
Not at all.
Fucking calf.
Wouldn't care if she had a tree growing on her clit. I'd still put my face in it.
Little sapling.
got Groot growing on it.
We all Groot. Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We got to take a break. We got Mia coming in a few minutes.
9:30.
You know who Mia Isabella is?
Mia Isabella. Do I know who she is?
Lovely
Ming?
lady.
I would hope so.
Oh.
Just say yes.
Yes.
of
She
course I
might
know.
have a penis, but don't hold that against her.
No, hold it against yourself.
You want to see a picture of Mia?
Oh, here she is. Oh, I've seen her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you at with that whole thing, Brian?
I got to tell you, I'm all right with it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't. I have somebody went on Twitter the other day and they were giving me a bunch of shit about being anti-transgender, and I couldn't figure out why. You know,
It's
'cause-
Twitter. That's why.
Yeah, that's
why you need to know.
I guess so. I'm like, I've
Looking for logic.
I've never said any. I've never had those.
It doesn't matter. You don't have to-
Feelings. Yeah, it just like somebody just comes on and says it, and then suddenly it's like, okay, well then I guess.
Then you have to
it's
defend
true.
it, even though it's
Yeah.
not true.
Yeah, exactly.
What was it based on? Nothing that you can figure out, huh?
He's got
It
a
was,
Twitter account.
Well, we're on our podcast. We were talking about the little dude. He's like 15 and he wants to change in the girls' locker room.
Right.
And he's like, everybody accepts him for being transgender, but there's like 30 girls who are like, well, we really don't want him changing in the gym. And we were talking about it on the podcast, and I guess that was enough to be like, how could you be so hateful?
Yeah, but it makes those
because you address it.
But
you
it's
know?
making those girls a little uncomfortable. That should be addressed
I
as
can
well.
understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, don't you think?
That was my point. I said, look, I'm not saying that. Like here, like let's find the solution rather than just say, all right, well, if you don't agree to let this kid change in the girls' locker room, you're a fucking hate monger.
Right.
You know.
I think the mistake is pushing the agenda that everyone has to be accepting. That people still have some issues and are uncomfortable with some of this stuff.
Especially
doesn't
like-
mean they're going to go out there and hate and beat the crap out of them.
Accepting doesn't mean agreeing with everything either. You
Yeah,
can
right.
accept something and not agree with every aspect of it.
But their voices seem aren't even being heard in a lot of these cases.
But it's because you have this generation now. Now I sound fucking old, but like this generation is like looks at my generation and even like my parents' generation, and it's like if you don't instantly agree with something, then you are an asshole, you're a hate monger, you're this, you're that, you're misogynist, you're whatever, you're sexist. Because, it's like, look, if somebody like my father or like, somebody's great grandfather, it's like, you got to give them a little time to accept, like, look,
I think they earn that.
We've said that. The older you are, you need a little more time in general.
Yeah.
To kind of, wrap your head around some of this stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah, sway your hands in your mouth. However you want to phrase it.
So you were just having an open discussion, and then they had
we were just talking about it, and then all of a sudden this guy came on as if I went back and listened to it because I was like, was I anti-transgender in this? And I listened and I wasn't, because I'm not. So
some people just think you bringing it up at all, then you anti it.
Right. It's not even a subject. It automatically should go the way that this kid wanted it to go, and to dispute it or, like you say, disagree with it even though you accept it is seen as being intolerant. And
it's
ridiculous.
Weird. Yeah, but they're like that with everything now. It's like no matter what it is, if you're not 100% on board without question, you're a bigot or you're a blanket phobe. Whatever it is. And it's just stupid.
That is kind of
I like to weigh the options, but that's just me, guys. I'm very balanced.
Well, we should get a break in before Mia, Isabella. What else are you guys doing today?
We
just getting ready for the Comic-Con, right?
Yeah, we got a panel at 12:15. If you're coming out, we're rolling around in a mobile podcast.
Oh, that's right. When does that start? Today?
Starts at 2 o'clock. Yeah, we rolling around.
Oh,
New
you got a
York
busy day.
That's going to be dope.
Very cool.
It's a good day for that. It's a good day, nice day outside.
Yeah, we'll be on second floor of a double-decker podcasting. It should be.
I've never been on top of a double-decker bus.
Nor have I.
I kind of want to do it.
Seems like it'd be cool.
And what are you doing at 2 o'clock?
I'm flying to Irvine. I have a flight at 12:15.
Irvine, California?
Yeah, I'm doing gig tonight and tomorrow and Saturday.
Should consider taking a double-decker bus instead of flying.
Not as fast.
I like those things for tourists, but I fucking hate them when I'm driving because they're slow and they just kind of meander from lane to lane.
Yeah.
And I know what a dick I'd look like if I ran one off the road and killed 40 people. The mayor would be against me. He wouldn't be like, yes, this kid was in a rush and these fucking assholes were in his way. He'd be like, this guy killed tourists. They're terrible.
People would be on Twitter like Norton.
Yeah.
But I follow you. I see the arguments you get into. It's pretty awesome.
Thanks. Yeah, once in a while I just get hot under the collar. Sometimes I try to avoid it, but it's hard.
Too easy, man. It's too easy. I love it.
All right. I want to thank these guys for coming by. Walter, thank you, buddy.
Yeah, we're happy you guys are...
Absolutely. Brian
we're
Johnson.
happy you spoke.
Walt Flanagan. Michael, how do you say your last name? Zapsik.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get it right next time. And Ming Chen, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Have a good
Thanks, guys.
Hold on. Comic Book Men Season 5 begins October 18th at midnight on AMC. Right on.
Boom.
Thank you, gentlemen.
We'll see you guys soon, all right?
Thank you.
We're going to take a quick break and get Mia Isabella in here. Stay there. Sherrod Small in studio. We haven't promoted that. You wrote an article about Tracy Morgan that's going to be in the paper.
That's coming out in the New York Post next week.
We'll be looking for that.
Thank you. It's gonna be nice.
We'll give it a nice plug when it hits.
Plug it out.
We'll plug it out, my friend.
I'll let you know what day of the week it's going to be on.
And for the people that missed Race Wars last night on this channel, how do they get that?
Oh, yeah. They go to SoundCloud and iTunes, and it's Race Wars, new episode.
What?
And on demand.
And on demand. Thank you, Eric. And Jimmy's heading out to
Irvine, to the Improv, yeah.
Yes, this weekend.
Those guys were great. The Comic Book Men were very fun.
Very entertaining.
I wish we had them all from the beginning. They were really good.
I want to get on that double-decker bus with them and ride around.
I'm obsessed with Walter. I want to know what his deal's about.
He is a different kind of egg.
A little bit.
I do want to fucking investigate.
I just want to get into his head a little bit.
He looked so uncomfortable in that corner before Brian got here.
And he couldn't wait for Brian to get here. He moved immediately.
He's the biter. He's the one who fucks like Ileana Douglas in Cape Fear. I got you now, bitch. He's the fucking face biter.
I would bet he doesn't play.
Yeah, what do you mean? Like he gets pissed?
He don't play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always those quiet ones that have creepy rage.
Those are the ones you gotta definitely worry about. Is Mia here?
She is, yeah.
Let's get Mia Isabella in
here. Is she prepared? Is she?
Rumor has it she's around. Do we have a John Fogerty situation?
She is here.
She's here somewhere.
I think Roland's outside flirting. Yeah, then maybe me and you could.
That's a good Roland.
Yeah, just get that call from Kevin Smith. He just says nothing. So I think that's why women just fucking once in a while to shut him up. So, I don't know. It's just Kevin Smith called, and it's gonna. All right, just put your pants on. I'll put your dick in my mouth. Just don't talk.
Serial flasher convicted after defense that he never exposes unusually small penis fails. Prostitute testifies it's normal.
Who's this?
some serial flasher. His defense was, look, I would never flash this thing. Look how small it is. But a prostitute said, no, man, it's normal. It's in the normal range.
Why didn't the judge just make him show it in court?
A British serial flasher claimed he never exposed his penis in public because it was too small, was convicted after a prostitute he had sex with described the actual normal size of his manhood in court.
That's his face, this dude?
Yeah, he's 68, sentenced to 17 years in jail after being found guilty of 18 perverted crimes during a bizarre 5-day trial.
For flashing?
17 years?
He allegedly told police they had the wrong guy because he was too mortified of his unusually small penis to be the sought-after flasher. One reason I would not, I'm trying to get through this real fast because I know she's going to walk in. One reason I would not expose myself in public is that I have such a small one that I would not want anyone to laugh at me. As far as doing it out on the street or a public place such as that, you have to be joking. But 11th hour testimony from an escort he used for more than 20 years helped convict the author after she contested the claims and said his penis was average size.
How about you get a doctor to look at it? How about you don't rely on a hooker?
Right.
And who fucks a hooker for 20 years?
You know what? I can understand that. You get attached. You think that one day she's going to come around and drop a little for free. That day never comes. That's a good hooker. She milked him for 20 years along. I know, soon. I mean,
wow.
Well, to answer your question, reportedly known as the Flasher for exposing himself so often around his former home village. He had denied 9 offenses of indecent assault against children and 8 of committing acts of indecency against children between 1973 and 1986.
Okay, so 17 years for him. 17 years in prison.
But he was walking around. I mean, from 1973 to 1986, he was walking around for almost 30 years.
They gave him more than the benefit of the doubt.
Yes. He was convicted on all counts. So the small penis defense did not work.
No, it's probably why he showed children.
If he's 68 years old, they give him 17 years. That's you're going to die in prison, right?
85. You're going to get out and show that little tiny dick to anyone who will look. He's old. He doesn't know anything. When you're that old, you can show your dick. No one knows. He's old.
He's played insane.
Kanye West acting up. Thinks fashion discriminated against him for not being gay. He would have done better in the fashion industry if he was gay. That's his latest. I don't need to read the story, but that's just ridiculous.
That's because people didn't like his new slave gear that he had come out a couple months ago. You saw that fashion show that he had? Everybody was dressed like a slave, an ashy slave.
No.
It was disturbing.
They're just not ready for his fashions yet.
Maybe not.
He's above everybody.
Maybe he's just not that good at it.
The people will catch up to his fashions eventually and realize one day that he is a genius.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying it right. He's actually said that? Like in an interview.
Is it quick? We could do it. I don't know.
We have time.
All right. What's going on with me?
It's 2 hours long.
What?
We're trying to find Roland. Eric ran around and.
What happens?
What happened? Is she in the green room?
What happens?
She said hello, and I saw them at the desk.
Did you see her?
Yes, her and Lady checked in.
It looked like she was walking back to our office.
She went
There's
to
no one back by our office.
I know.
Check the regular green room then.
They.
What happened?
Where the fuck is Roland?
I don't know. We're texting him. He's not answering that either.
He's gonna blow.
He's in the bathroom.
I don't think
What the hell happens?
I don't know.
It's very possible she got here and she needed to go to the bathroom or needed to do whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
very possible.
All right, then we don't need the Kanye.
Nope.
I'm going to rip through some things quickly here. This is a weird story, too. Toyota, U.S. clueless about how ISIS got hundreds of brand new pickup trucks. They're trying to figure out why they got so many Toyota pickup trucks, the ISIS. And they can't figure out how they got them.
And they're trying to see if they have the legal rights to use that in an ad. Rugged terrain being bombed by Zionists.
You know what? As funny as that is, in a strange way, in a boardroom somewhere, they're like, God, this is good for us.
Not bad press.
It shows that these trucks could take a fucking beating.
Yeah.
Where'd they get all these trucks from? Did it come from Saudi Arabia?
Can't figure out how ISIS terrorists got their hands on hundreds of brand new Toyota pickup trucks, and the Japanese automaker is stumped too. Well, no one's going to admit it. Someone made a deal somewhere.
Somebody made a deal.
Now they're hiding. They realize they can make a few bucks quickly here. A fleet of new cars after souped-up Toyota pickups loaded with weapons and packed with fighters began appearing in its propaganda videos. So the Toyota trucks are featured in the propaganda videos.
That's crazy.
So.
In the propaganda videos, they have these brand new trucks.
Yes.
ISIS is making money, man.
Yeah.
And everyone is like, we don't fucking know. We had nothing to do with this. So with that, we say hi to Mia.
All right. There we go.
Hi, Mia.
Hello.
Hey. Welcome.
Good to see you.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
We were trying to find you. We heard you were here, and then
I was here.
Yeah, we couldn't find our booker either.
I had an interesting welcome back party last night, so
Was it good or bad?
It was
Interesting.
good. It was good.
Yeah, I was invited. Thank you for the invitation, Lainey, but I had to get up this morning. I knew that that'd be a problem if I went.
Where was the turn it up a little?
Yeah, turn that up there.
Perfect.
Welcome back to New York party.
Yes.
You haven't been to New York in a while.
No. I took a little time away from the public eye.
True.
Why do you want to, or you just?
I needed to, obviously, after everything that had gone on, and I don't really like that kind of attention. So.
Yeah, how did that happen?
I don't know. I was told the same thing the public was told, that someone was similar to an iCloud hack or something like that with someone's phone. So.
Oh.
Wait, what happened?
Apparently, images and stuff got hacked off of someone's phone or sent to someone else, and they got my messages. So
they got your messages, and I never like to mention what people do privately, but this was it was a legit news story.
Yeah.
It was with someone took messages between you and Tyga, and then they printed them.
They sent them to the media.
What?
Yeah. It's not the first time I've been threatened with stuff like that. I always date high-profile people, so living in Hollywood at the time, I was dating celebrities or whatever.
Yeah.
It wasn't the first time that I experienced that. So.
Is that their greatest fear? Is that people are going to find out that you're dating them? Are they terrified of that?
No, actually, oddly enough, I was never been a secret thing. In Hollywood, I just hang out with who I hang out with, and it was never been a secret there. But I guess when the middle America that doesn't understand that lifestyle or that kind of thing, it can become sensational for them.
Yeah.
But normal for me.
I love it.
I'm just what's the big deal? And I'm oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah,
transsexual.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
So where'd you go for a while to just get away?
I just took some time and just disappeared off of spent time with my family and just kind of stayed in my Hollywood Hills home as long as I could until reporters started showing up to my house. So then I had to go. So.
Did they want you to confirm it?
I'm not really sure what they wanted, but I wasn't going to give anybody what they wanted until I figured out what was going on. I didn't want to speak too soon without figuring out all the pieces to the puzzle, and obviously we had our lawyers, and I was helping him as best I could to fix the situation and to solve it.
Did you find out who?
I don't know anything. They haven't told me anything. After $10,000 in lawyer fees, I figured they would have told me something, but I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So he came out and denied it immediately.
No, he didn't deny it.
He
He denied that the images were sent to me. He didn't deny that he knew me or had any relationship with me.
Oh, okay.
Because he couldn't do that because we have a lot of friends that knew us. So
it would be silly for him.
My friends would be like, okay, you were just over here.
Oh, okay. So he's saying that those pictures weren't him.
Right. Obviously when you're dealing with crisis management team, crisis management people and, stuff like that, they take control of the situation right away. So I didn't really know what was going on.
I want to see the pics. Where are the pics?
There's pictures of, I haven't seen them either. They're online somewhere.
Pull them up. Who's in charge of pulling stuff up in here?
Yeah, exactly.
Never heard you so anxious
I just wanted
before
to see.
my life.
I know the whole controversy. I want to see what's going down.
Somebody showed me a picture, and I don't think it was him, but they was
boobs look great, by the way. I saw you peek at them there. They look great.
Do you mean me or her?
They're sitting all nice and pretty.
Yeah, they are, Opie. You making Opie feel a kind of way, too. I see him turning redder.
You're making sure they're all right. They're all right.
That's a different shade of red over there, Ope.
I don't ride the train, though. Like I said earlier, maybe I'll look at a train schedule, but that's about it.
Yeah,
that's as far as
he's never ridden the train, but he's definitely walking and looking in the station.
No, I'm not at the station even. Just looking up the train schedule, seeing where these trains are going.
Yeah,
Jimmy rides the train.
Every day, back and forth to work.
I rode the train this morning.
Yeah, I don't see the photos, but there was photos that were saying that it was him doing stuff.
It was just his dick.
Oh, like a dick
Am I allowed to
pic?
say that on here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was just his dick.
You can show it on here.
Oh God, I've never listened to the show or watched it. So
yeah, it's a lot of dirty talk.
there's the pictures.
There it
is that
is.
him? Okay.
All right, he's got a piece.
It looks kind of skinny, don't it? Is that the real one?
No, it's huge.
Is it? Don't do that either. Don't go bragging about the motherfucker. It just looks thin. It looks.
I guess.
All right.
A little thin.
Looks a little thin.
I think he's very smart, though. I've never seen this photo. There's white sheets behind it, which, if you're a black guy, that's the best way to show your dick. Put white sheets behind it.
Yes, I
that's
have Ku Klux Klan members behind my cocky.
Oh my God.
Is he using the right angle too, guys?
I think that's a decent angle. Yeah. Sure. With me, I have a lot of room set up to do. I have to like get like little tiny furniture and set it up so my dick looks bigger by comparison. There's a whole lot of fucking camera work that has to be done.
Is that a dollhouse?
Photoshopping, yeah, forced perspective.
Shoot from down below.
Yeah, if I want to get my dick to look acceptable, there's a lot of work that has to
I'm looking at a very involved tattoo. That's why that joke works.
I don't really think that it was like an embarrassment of that being seen. I think it was more of because the relationship that he had been privately having, I suppose, with someone else.
Wait, with Kylie?
Yeah, and I didn't know anything about that, by the way.
Where
at
do you
all.
live? How do you not know about
First
Kylie
of all,
and Tiger?
I don't even watch TV, number one. I don't, especially not when any of that was going on.
What?
I don't watch any
You don't watch
gossip
TV?
stuff. No.
How do you avoid TV?
What?
You just don't turn it on.
So what do you do instead of watch TV?
Read.
Stop lying. Nobody reads.
No,
Stop
I
it.
do.
I swear to God.
I'm actually really like a nerd.
They got rid of all the
that much?
bookstores 10 years ago.
I have
What's that
cable
reading?
for my dogs. They like the soundscape channels, the music, because they like the music.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that's
What do
really
you
it.
read?
Like Anne Rice. I like the Vampire Rice.
Oh, yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
stuff
Anne
like
Rice
that.
is always good.
Yeah.
I think I read one of those after the movie came out. I said, let me give it a try.
Give it a shot.
The movies are no comparison.
No, the books are much better than the movies.
Very erotic, very sexual.
Yeah.
Are they?
Very, very good.
Yeah, definitely. No question.
I guess there's a subtle sexuality in certain novels which I kind of like, but I've gotten so far into like porn and stuff that it's hard for me to feel anything anymore.
I agree.
You know?
Where's just show me straight on.
Where's the stigma with celebrities going out with transgender people? I mean, it seems to be one of those things you in general you don't want out there.
It's clearly not a stigma for the celebrities themselves. It's only until the middle America that doesn't understand that lifestyle or doesn't see the extravagance.
The celebrity doesn't want middle America
masses,
to find out about it.
Yeah, I mean,
obviously they're cool with it if they're doing it.
well, yeah, I mean, the guys are updated. We go out to dinner in Hollywood, go to the shopping, things like that. So it's never like anything weird there because, I mean, obviously it's Hollywood. So a lot of stuff goes on there that's not normal anywhere else.
Well, if you're in Des Moines, you're going to have to explain it in Des Moines. In Des Moines, they want some explanation.
Well, I think also because every time that there is a transgender person in the media attached to celebrity, they always turn it into something that's dark and seedy and sketchy.
Yeah.
There's never anyone just trying to take the reins of the situation. There are always girls that are just trying to like milk it for a couple of seconds. And really what they don't understand is they created a great injustice for other trans people and trans attracted men that would be interested in being public with their transgender partners. But because they're creating a joke out of it, it makes it uncomfortable for some people.
When did you start going down this road? I don't know how to say it. I apologize.
Of course. No, it's fine. I think, well, from myself and a lot of transgender women that I've known, usually you understand that when you understand gender differences when you're young. For me, I was 5 years old.
5. So
when I understood the differences between boys playing in the dirt and girls playing with Barbies and that kind of stuff, that's when I understood my gender
You
role.
wanted the Barbies.
Yes, of course. I don't want to get dirty.
What ethnicity are you?
I'm French, Puerto Rican, and Jamaican.
Jesus.
Damn.
I jerked off to all that.
It's a buffet.
A smorgasbord.
No. And then you wanted to just dress as a girl from a very early age. And
I mean, I was allowed to be a very androgynous, and my family was very, very protective because they didn't understand it yet. And
but they allowed you to dress.
Oh yeah, my father was super strict and very aggressive with people by making me feel anything but exceptional because he knew that if you didn't create a sense of normalcy at home, that when I dealt with out in the real world when I got older, it probably would have been very difficult for me to be balanced. So I never grew up knowing that anything was wrong with me or different. I've always had a very acceptable and extraordinary comfort zone in my family life. So to have any kind of weird, like people being weird, I'm just like, I don't get it.
You don't hear
I
that
don't
about
have that experience.
You don't hear that about fathers a lot. Like you don't usually hear that story. Like, yeah, my dad was the one who was kind of.
But what about school though? That's when you probably caught some heat.
Well, no, because I have a lot of family. Like, I have a huge, huge family. I had siblings and relatives that went to school with me. So if anybody messed with me, you're going to deal with it.
Yeah, the Puerto Ricans, the Jamaicans, there's a whole bunch of groups.
You're going to deal with a group of people.
Yeah.
And you get your ass whipped.
And you were dressing as a female in school.
I wasn't allowed to wear dresses at school, but I could dress very androgynous and be very feminine in my presentation. I just couldn't wear like dresses and stuff.
But those kids could be cruel.
Of course.
But you were able to avoid a lot of that.
I couldn't help that I looked the way I looked, and I was this tiny little thing. I mean,
and plus you're a tiny little thing too.
Like literally super tiny.
You're not 6'5" like Caitlyn.
Caitlin's a big girl.
She's a big girl.
Big person.
So that's going to stand out in the crowd.
Of course.
Yeah.
But if you're a little petite, little something like this, is everybody,
What do you think of Caitlyn?
You know what? I actually
She's
did a
giving
lot
you a
of
bad name. You know it.
No,
She's ruining it for everybody.
I wouldn't say that. You know, I actually think that it was extremely brave to have lived that life in secret, and I never had that experience. Like I said, I had to live a separate life. So I can not even imagine what it must have felt like to live all that time and present this fake facade to the world. That must have been so just awful.
Exhausting.
Yeah, exactly. I did a lot of press before any of this even happened about Caitlyn, because everyone wanted me to come on and kind of give my perspective, being one of the well-known girls like that in my community. And I thought that it was a great thing, not just because, I mean, she doesn't have maybe the look that the average straight man would desire, but having that platform, that family connection, that lead in American, pop culture, that was a great thing. I feel like that just made the world have to take notice.
Well, the reason I wouldn't fuck Caitlyn is because I'm ageist. I don't like people who are older. That's where it stops for me.
I heard you guys are a lot of things right here.
Oh yeah, you were getting blown up on Twitter, weren't you?
Actually, that made me more excited to do the show. I'm like, okay, well, I've never had anyone tell me to boycott a show, so that's very interesting.
Gosh.
I was like, well, this will be fun.
Boycott a show?
Oh yeah, I thought it made me more interested to come and do.
Who told you to boycott though? Who was saying
Oh my God, like hundreds and hundreds of people.
Really?
On Twitter, yeah.
Yeah. And just
About coming to do this?
And just overnight, it was just like hundreds of people.
Well, thanks for not.
I think they were bots or something at first, but I was just like, well, that makes me more interested to do the show.
Excellent.
So thanks a lot for encouraging me, haters.
Yes, and I
love a hater.
Wow. I appreciate all of you for getting me in here early. That makes me happy. Good for you. Good job. Well done, folks.
It intrigued me. What can I say?
Well, it's good. Too many people are afraid. Like, it's too many publicists that get frightened. Like, Lainey asked me yesterday, is everything cool? I'm like, yeah, everything's fine. She's like, okay, cool. And that was it.
Everything's absolutely fine here.
But people, publicists panic.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
After what I went through, I can deal with a little bit of trending or whatever's going on Twitter.
Yeah.
I can deal with that. I trended.
Yeah.
So was Tiger mad? Was he?
I don't think he was angry. We were threatened to be exposed years ago, about 3 years ago. And
someone was a person that knew you, or a person that knew
that had spent time with both of us and hung out with us. And it was an old roommate of mine when I was first moved to Hollywood. When I first moved to Hollywood, they went to Twitter and all this kind of stuff and kind of had exposed then. And I created a plan to kind of protect us if there was ever an issue. And I spoke to him about it. And as soon as we were threatened, he was made aware so that if something ever happened, he could take the stand that he did take.
How long were you guys together?
Wow.
I wouldn't say we were together.
Right.
I mean,
like hanging.
How
like,
long
I had a roster, you know what I mean? And he was like my number 4 homie,
What?
I was
Who was
engaged.
3-1?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, I'll figure it out. Was it Will Smith?
Oh, God. I actually think Will Smith is really cute. Yeah.
What do you mean, like in person when he
I just think
picks
he's
you
really,
up in his car?
Oh, stop it. Don't get me beat up by Jada Pinkett. She looks like she does not play.
She doesn't
She'll
play.
show up at your door.
She'll join in, though. I think she'll just join in.
Yeah. Yeah, you were in an exclusive relationship.
I was engaged
engaged
for many years. And, when we first became friends, I was still in that relationship and I had separated. And so it took some time for me to even go into that,
How long
situation.
were you engaged for? How
like
many?
3.5 years.
Oh, you really love this person.
Of course. Yeah.
You still speak to them?
Not really.
What?
Not after the scandal kind of thing broke, because that was, I didn't really trust anybody.
What happened though? Why did it break up?
Oh, well, I don't want to talk about that.
Fair enough.
Was your lifestyle a threat to him or no? Because sometimes if you're doing porn, it's hard.
That's why I'm asking.
A lot of guys have a hard time with that.
Well, no, because I was a very popular, well-established brand before he ever met me, so he understood the business avenue of it. And I really wasn't an actor-performer that often when I had met him. I already had like a toy line that was sold internationally. I did a lot of other mainstream things for my brand, so I really wasn't performing. So
a toy line? You mean like?
Oh yeah, I have like
Slinkies
I have the world's first transgender toy line. It's like been sold globally for years now.
Wait, let's take a look at this.
I shouldn't even promote them because they've never paid me. They've actually ripped me off, you fuckers.
Did they?
They ripped you off?
They've never paid me. They paid millions of bucks.
No.
Yeah. And they literally molded every inch of my body.
What?
Yeah.
Like you took a butthole?
Everything.
You need to get a better
from my
lawyer.
toes to my everything. Yeah.
Really?
You gotta get a better lawyer.
But was it hard to? Because they mold a lot of porn dicks, and it's like that's got to be a very difficult thing to maintain being turned on through. Like, how do you keep
Papa
it?
Cialis and keep it moving.
Yeah, you can
I have, and I've still lost them. Believe me. I tweak my nipples. 47. I'm finished.
Can you, Mia, confirm that's you on the screen?
Yeah. That's
Can I can confirm that's me. That's her.
Wait, what?
Wow, what are we looking at here? That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's a weird torso. It looks like footage that Voyager took of the moon, like when they have the aerial views of the mountains.
It was like, I think it was water there at one point.
Yeah, there's something, but there's no head or legs, so it looks a little weird.
Right.
The torsos are always kind of bizarre to me because there should be a head and arms and legs. It just feels too weird.
That was yeah. So that stays hard. Yeah.
And they didn't pay you for this.
No.
You got not $1 from this.
I got paid from the modeling fee for the packaging, and they were supposed to pay me after a year of sales because it was a new concept that had never been done. So I agreed to allow them to pay me after a year of sales because I knew that it would be successful. I just wanted to see.
And they never
and then
paid
after
you.
that, they were just like, yeah.
Can I read the slug line?
sue.
I got to read the slug line. Over 13 pounds of tits and cock. It's on the box. It's on the box.
Wow, it says it on the outside when the UPS guy is delivering it. So you have 13 pounds of tits and cock. That exceeds our 10-pound limit.
Yeah, sign here, please, for the 13 pounds of tits and cock.
Wow. Now, in the box, I guess, is pushed down, huh?
No, it's a big, huge box. And it's set up.
So it's a box
it's got styrofoam covered all the way through, so nothing gets out of place. But let's not promote them because they're scam artists, and they didn't pay me.
That's terrible if they didn't.
All my fans, I don't support that line
And
any
that's your
longer.
picture on the front?
That's me.
That's
yeah,
awful.
you got to get your
I think
money.
that was years ago, but yeah, that's me.
Yeah, you got to get a lawyer on that.
Yeah, you got to get a litigious fucking Jewish fucking...
Yes, yeah, someone that's going to deal with it so I don't have to stress me out about it.
Yeah, a lawyer can take care of it. Sometimes just the threat of a lawyer gets people moving because they don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing worse than a lawyer calling you.
Yeah.
Awful. So that's not a line you're involved with. So is there one that you're involved with?
No, I want to do some new projects and stuff like that just for the fans, like not actual adult work 'cause I've been retired for a long time, but they like stuff like that. So
When did you retire?
probably like 3 years ago.
Can I do
two
one
and a half
more?
ye's ago?
Can I do one more slug line and then we can move on? Please.
Yes.
Dildo is 7 inches of insertable length.
Of insertable length?
No batteries required.
No batteries.
All right, now we can move on. Sorry. They marketed it wonderfully for you.
They
It's
did
too bad
good.
they didn't pay you.
Right.
Yeah. Did you sign something?
Yeah, of course we had a contract and I just didn't pursue it at the time. I was dealing with so many other things.
You got to get 7 on your side. Eyewitness
stressed.
News, they'll handle it. Get 7 on your side.
Who was the guy?
Nina Pineda?
Shame on you.
Shame
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
I need the shame.
Arnold
Channel
Diaz.
11.
You get Arnold Diaz on it.
Arnold Diaz.
I would love
and
to
his
see him
creepy
carry it.
mustache.
Yes.
Where's the money, sir?
You're advertising 13 pounds of tits and cock, and you're not paying the young
And he
lady?
holds it up.
Right. Shakes it.
Turns it and it hits his face. And he's like, we have to cut that. And they're like, no, keep it in. It's perfect. It works. Works for the segment.
That would be the best segment on the local news.
This guy, there he is with his creepy mustache.
Shame
on you.
Everyone signs a bad deal at one point, I guess.
Yeah.
Everyone
You're not
signs
alone,
one
man.
bad deal.
I figured that was like something that always happens eventually to some people.
Well, your website's pretty big, right? Are you still on your website?
You know, that site has been amazing for me because I haven't actually shot for that site probably like 2.5 years, like I said, and my fans still support it. I still get residuals off of that every month, years later, so that's really cool. So
right.
thank you guys for still signing up for Mia-Isabella.com.
All right, so we should plug that. It's Mia-Isabella.com.
I've never seen any of the movies, though, Jimmy. Fill me in on this. What's the movies like?
Jimmy, you seen all my movies?
I've probably seen 80% of them. I would have to say that the camera work's really good. Good lighting, very well done.
Okay.
The older stuff up to the newer stuff, there's a lot of changes that take place. It's definitely a career worth following.
Start from the beginning?
Yeah, you might want to start from the old days and then you...
What's the
Oh,
first
God,
one?
please don't start from the old
you prefer
days.
the newer days?
What's your favorite movie that you've done?
Gosh, the ones I directed and produced myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I won a lot of awards for those.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I gotta look into that.
Yeah, I mean, the stuff that I shot from my site, we put into DVDs, and those sold really, really well. So it's still stuff from my actual site.
What's some of the titles?
Well, it was a series called Taste Honey.
Yeah, it is.
Or do you want some honey? Yeah.
Do you want some honey?
That was my tagline for a long time. Do you want some
What are
honey?
these feelings I'm feeling, Opie?
What
are these feelings?
What the feeling? It's you want a face full of honey. That's what the feeling.
Yeah, there you go.
You want to get in that?
They want to taste it.
Can't be a honey pot. Well, I guess it can be, sort of.
Yeah.
He's turning redder. Look how red he's turning.
It's a huge genre of porn too.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
I like watching people talk about it. It's because if you're a married guy or whatever, it's probably you can't just come out and say certain things. But it's fun to watch people talk about it. Like you'll hear them argue, like on Twitter or whatever. Like you're fucking gay, you this, you fat, and all of a sudden, well, yeah, but no, it's not bad. But yeah, well, with her, I would. And it's just fun watching people just kind of give in, and then there's other people that come back and go, no. I love watching those discussions like with 20 people.
That is
Say hi.
Are you periscoping?
Hey.
I'm Instagramming.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
What's on the back of your phone?
Look at your phone. It's so bedazzled.
Right? I love it.
That is so. It's like a jury box.
So the welcome back party last night. What goes on at a welcome back party for someone that hasn't been in New York in a while?
One of my publicist's good friends, she's known for a very long time and actually an admirer of mine. He opened up his own really chic bar called Bar
Transmissions.
Bar Transmission. It's super, super chic. And he threw me like a little intimate little get-together last night, which was really nice. It was private. It wasn't like a big, huge to-do. But I wasn't really ready for that yet. But it was nice.
Nice.
What are you doing at headquarters tonight?
I'm going to support my girl, Christy Mack.
Tomorrow? Oh, Sunday.
Well, Sunday's my appearance, and tonight is my girlfriend Christy Mack's party that she's going to be doing opening up the anniversary. Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to interview her as well, but her manager, I guess, wouldn't talk about.
She's probably super, super busy, and she's.
I don't even know who she is.
She's the girl who War Machine. She had that terrible beating.
Right.
And she's apparently doing well now.
She's doing well. Yeah, that's she's really recovering fast, which is great.
Yeah.
Oh, she's been recovered. She's stunning.
She's at headquarters tonight. Those photos
and
she tweeted.
Such a sweetheart. Like really, really. She was like the only person that was like legitimately there for me when all the scandals happened.
Right.
Like she organized making sure that I was safe, my animals were taken care of, and then it was really good of her.
That's no way to talk about tigers. My animals were taken care of.
What kind of animals do you have?
Boys.
I have 2 pit bulls.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
What were you getting death threats and stuff?
I dealt with a lot of stuff that I really wasn't prepared for. So, obviously the Kylie fans.
Oh yeah.
I guess it was to be expected, but I mean,
they came at you.
Oh, hard. I mean, that makes sense. They like her, So I wasn't prepared for that, but it was definitely like super shocking. And like I said, I'm not used to people not loving me, so to get all of that, like thousands and thousands of hate. Like I stayed up for like almost 3 days just smoking cigarettes, like chain smoking, looking at my social media and just horror, just like, oh my god, people are. What are they saying? Like, what the fuck is going on? It was nuts. It was really nuts.
They made you famous.
I was already famous.
You were already famous, but they
I was famous before he was ever fucking famous.
I agree.
Let's keep it real.
I still don't know who he is. Keep it real.
I'll be
How
honest,
do you think he knew about me?
I'm much more familiar with your work than Tiger's.
You're right.
I'm scared of pit bulls. Did you have them when they were very?
Oh, I love my babies. Are so amazing.
But everyone says that they're that they get a horrible rap.
Yeah,
but every
my
time you
babies
see
are
one, you don't
amazing.
think about that. The sweetest.
Well, they're very, very protective of their families. Like they're good animals. Like they're very
How much
protective.
these dogs weigh?
Blue is 120.
Oh my god,
that's
a huge
That's
dog.
my big daddy. Yeah, he's
That's
the
a
best
very big
snuggler.
dog. Wait a minute.
He's the best snuggler ever. And then Princess Marie, I think she's like 70.
Those are massive pit
That's
bulls.
big dogs, man.
Do you have a picture of the 120-pound? That's a 120-pound
I have to
pit
look
bull.
on there.
Anything that's
and
shit
find
bigger
it.
than me in my house got to pay rent. That's just the rules.
120-pound
Well, it
pit
makes
bull.
sense. Yeah,
Wow.
my babies.
Yeah, I get scared of pit bulls to this day.
Oh, I just snuggle the hell out of them.
Not gonna lie to you.
I enjoy them.
Oh, you're looking at my Instagram?
Just Instagram?
Yeah.
I even posted the thing that I was trying to explain to people, like, I wasn't doing anything wrong to him. I was helping him the entire time. Like literally, I hired a lawyer immediately to start going after these false blogs that were posting up, fake things. Like I had a book deal ready to launch my book before any of this happened, and they were like publishing that I was doing a tell-all all about him. That's not what my book was about at all. So I literally had to go after different blogs and people for trying to print lies about us, and they were really trying to sensationalize it way more than it was.
Right.
I helped him the entire time that I could. Like I literally, in every way that I could, communicated with his attorneys, with my attorneys, trying to figure out what was going on. And I couldn't. It was still to this day, I don't know who made like these dozens and dozens of fake Instagram accounts of me trying to like say that there was this sex tape that I was personally trying to hawk and sell. And like these accounts were saying, you better have the money by midnight, fuckers, or I'm releasing the tape. And I'm like, well, he knows me. And he knows the situation that we had been threatened before. So I would think that he would understand that I had no tape.
So did he understand that, or did he?
I still don't know because we were dealing with everything through our
He might have
attorneys.
just been scared. Oh, okay. He might have been shook.
So your ex-roommate threatened you. What did she, I don't know, is your roommate a girl or a guy?
Yeah, a girl.
So what did she say? Did she call and go, look, I know this, or was it a subtle threat, or how did she threaten you?
Should I say her name? Yeah, go ahead.
Just your first
Capri
name.
Anderson.
Capri Anderson, that bitch?
That was my roommate.
No, I don't know.
Wait, what did she do? Is this common knowledge?
She had a huge scandal with Charlie Sheen years ago here in New York.
Is she trans? Is she?
Wait,
No,
at the
regular girl.
Plaza?
Yeah, yeah.
Where they trashed
Oh,
the
I do
room.
know her.
Oh, she was one of the Plaza girls.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't even know anything about her, previous situation. I met her filming a pilot here in New York and just became really good friends with her and ended up, being roommates and stuff like that.
Damn.
So she knew you guys were friends?
Yeah, we were roommates. We would hang out together and, drink and smoke some weed and, it's LA.
Hello.
Just chilling. And she met him and seen him a lot of times and seen him come over and knew that he was my friend. So I think after I had left or moved out and went back with my ex-fiance, it became like a thing. Like she went all over Twitter and, was posting like stuff like, they're sleeping together and like trying to let my ex-fiance know that I was dealing with him.
But why do that?
She's a hater.
She's angry.
She's a hater.
But angry at you, or did she like him?
Friendships dissolve.
Okay.
It is what it is.
I don't understand. I've never had the desire to tell people's private stuff.
Me either.
So it became like a deal. I stopped it then, and I made him aware even then that was, as soon as I got the threat, I told him
Right.
a long time ago. So he knew that eventually something like this would happen. I mean, he's flashy. He's a rapper. He runs around in Rolls Royces, and I'm super discreet. So I'd rather be in a black Navigator truck and nobody know where I'm at or who I'm with than be jumping in someone's white Ghost and causing attention everywhere you go.
Yeah.
So I mean, when you live like that, people are going to notice you a lot, and he didn't care. So
He didn't care.
no,
Oh, good for him.
Is that
Good for him.
That's the big pit bull right there, right?
no, that's the little one. That's
That's the
Princess.
little one.
Yeah, that's the little
that's
one.
Marie.
That's the 70-pounder.
It's my little girl.
Wow.
I was looking at that and I saw the paw up, and at first I'm like, what is that? I thought it was another dick photo.
On Instagram.
I thought it was a penis too.
I did, absolutely. And then I saw Mia's hand on it. I'm like, Jesus Christ! Oh, it's all right. Then I saw a pit bull's head. I'm like, all right, that's an animal.
She's high-fiving a penis.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
I only
good
saw the top
morning.
part of that before you saw that it was a dog.
How did you respond to the threat?
Which threat?
When
her?
she said.
Back it the fuck down. Like, relax,
You
Jake.
told her, yeah.
Like, I don't need this in my life. I was trying to get back with my ex-fiance and, fix our relationship. And the last thing I needed was me being, that's my big daddy, me being publicly associated with.
Here,
with
push
Jake.
this video.
Mises.
Yeah, they got the run
That's
in
a
the house.
large animal.
Mises.
Wow, that's a huge animal.
Yeah, they're pretty though. Very pretty gray animals.
Yes.
Or are they brown?
They're blue noses.
Blue. I was off by 2 colors. No wonder I'm not racist. I don't see any colors accurately.
Brown, blue, whatever.
Because I had somebody try to threaten me once. It was a girl who I had just hooked up with a few times, and we texted really dirty stuff.
Right.
And she's like, "I'll put it on Facebook. All your fans." I'm like, "Who gives a fuck?"
Who cares?
I'm like, everybody
Fucking
knows I'm a
nothing.
pervert.
Okay.
I'm not afraid of that. Go ahead. Dope.
I welcome it.
Yeah, and he just threatened me and asked for money, dummy, in writing. That's a smart move.
Did he really?
God.
It wasn't a hate.
I mean-
It was although I can't be angry at that assumption. No, she was a girl. It was a girl.
And she wrote you a letter asking for
No,
money?
just texting. She was a little whatever.
What a dummy.
How
But
did
was
it
just-
end? She went away, obviously.
I said every person I know knows what I'm like. Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. It
Yeah,
annoyed
when
me.
you don't care, then
They can't
you have
control you
power.
with it.
Yeah, but it annoyed me that you would want to do that.
Right.
Like, she was trying to get me to PayPal her money. Like, what?
What an
How
idiot.
much?
That's extortion.
Yeah, that's what I said. to her.
That's what scared me about the situation. It wasn't even that our friendship and stuff was exposed to the world. It was more that I saw all of these accounts and they were like trying to extort money, and they were using my image and my name to do this publicly. Like, I'm a college educated woman. I went to school in Paris. I owned a business when I was 19 years old. Like, I know to follow the law. I've never even had a ticket. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's the most I've had in my life.
What the hell are you doing in college in Paris?
I was going to school for fashion marketing and merchandising.
What kind of business did you have in 19?
I had a high-end boutique on Michigan Avenue in Chicago. So it was nice. It was nice.
What do you think about Kanye saying that he failed in the fashion industry because he wasn't gay? He just came out and said that
Yeah,
recently.
he said they were prejudiced against him because he wasn't gay or discriminated against because he's straight.
Well, I mean, big fucking deal. I'm discriminated against every day, I guess, because I'm trans.
Preach.
You know,
Preach.
he has a platform and he has money and a position where those kinds of things usually are not an issue when you're at that status.
Right.
you know.
Do you think he's just making excuses because his clothing was not well received?
Was it not well received? I thought he got rave reviews for it. The last collection.
Oh, I guess not. Maybe he did because he's.
Was that the slave stuff that you were telling me about?
Stuff. I don't think it got rave reviews.
Okay.
A lot of people bashed it.
What was the problem with it?
It looked slavey.
It looked slavey.
Who wants to look like,
I did hear that. I did hear that his collection was.
Are you Kunta Kinte on the run?
Oh, God.
Oh, is that what it was?
Well, some of it, I like some of the things, but like that picture over there, it was just him with a whole bunch of people with no shirts on, ashy, with a fucking like khaki pants on, like khakis. I didn't get it.
Very wide. And big, huge sleeves.
I didn't like his outfit. I don't like anything about him other than his songs.
Well, at least you like his songs.
I do. They're toe tappers. I'd be a liar if I said he's not a gosh dang good performer. But I just find him to be a wide-eyed South Park character-faced annoying man.
He knows how to get the people talking.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
He's going to run for president in 2020.
Maybe.
I hope.
Who's your favorite Kardashian? We know who your least favorite is. Who's your favorite?
Who's my least favorite?
Well, Jenner, I should say.
No, why would I not? Why would I not like her?
I don't know. Maybe y'all dated the same guys, and that's what girls do.
I
don't know. I just lived on this planet for 40 years.
I didn't know anything about her, so I mean, how could I not like the girl? You know what I mean?
But now you know that she.
Where are you getting that, Sherrod?
That she's with Tyga.
I don't. That doesn't make me not like her. That that's her guy. That's her guy. Good luck to her.
Stop it.
I have my own man. I was dating a professional boxer and had fallen in love with someone in the NFL. Trust me, I wasn't tripping on Tyga at all.
Who are these people? Who are they?
They're my business.
Is it Tony Romo?
I'm not telling you who they are.
Is it Tony Romo?
I mean, the guy that I was dating that's a professional boxer proposed to me right before any of this happened. And I broke up with him right after all of this stuff because I hadn't told him about that and he was pissed about it. Obviously, so I had to tell him the truth.
And he's a boxer.
And I had to tell him the truth, and he was not happy about this.
You pissed off the wrong people.
Did he win a championship belt, the boxer?
Oh, he's won a lot of stuff. He's world known.
He's world known.
Lainey's met him. My publicist has met him.
Oh.
Did you get to meet him, or he was late? Yeah, I mean, a lot of my friends have met
Who is he,
these guys.
Lainey?
And I had fallen in love with someone in the NFL, so I wasn't tripping on him. My guys had 8, 9-figure contracts, so I wasn't really worried about him and his pocket change.
NFL.
Anyway.
A boxer, an NFL, and a rapper. Yeah, I mean, when
I have a pretty good roster. Yeah,
you sure do. Comedians are way down on the list. But
yeah, we were way down after Mailman and Milkman.
Yeah.
No, I think people just kind of try to make it look like there was this like animosity and like I was this stereotypical trans person. I mean, after they'd seen the Kendra Wilkinson stuff, I guess a year ago, and how that was dealt with.
Oh, with Hank Basket.
Yeah, I mean, and
what do you think about that, by the way?
I think it was handled so grossly. I think it was super tacky
on 9 different reality shows.
Wait, what happened? What happened?
Well, not them per se. The way the girl handled it herself.
Oh, dirty.
Whatever team that she dealt with, I think that it was super cheaply done, super tacky.
Hank Basket was he had an affair with a trans girl.
How could you even say it was an affair? I think he booked her once for like $300. Like that's not a relationship.
He's married to Kendra Wilkinson, who was the girls next door.
And people like she should leave her husband for what? Guys are doing stupid stuff all the time.
Yeah,
but the problem with that, then they try to work it out on a reality show.
On 9 reality shows,
that's their relationship, and you know what it is. It's probably that they're constantly dealing with the opinions of the public because of it, and so they just feel the need to address it.
And plus, they get like $400,000 for each of those dumb shows.
Hey, why not? I mean, I got offered 6 figures to do exclusive interviews about the situation. People were offering me tell-all book deals. I mean, they were offering me stuff like that, and I didn't take a single opportunity. I refused every media outlet. I refused every TV show. I refused anything to do with anything that people offered me financially because I wanted people to know that that's not me.
Right.
And the buck's going to stop here with me because you're making it uncool for men that are attracted to trans people to feel comfortable doing it. You're making a joke, and you're not going to do that with me.
Good for you.
So, I mean, that's why I didn't want to do any media at all. Like, I think, too, anything that I would even tweet or post on my Instagram for my own fans, just my normal everyday life, people were making articles and like publishing everything and turning it into their own. I was scared to even tweet.
Well, there was a fake account. Who were they? Carmelo Anthony, I think. There was a woman trying to blackmail him. I'm going to release the video. Was it him recently where she was saying, I'm going to release it? It was a girl. She's like, I have this sex video with Carmelo, and people were counting down.
Oh, yeah. They were like waiting until midnight for this fake person that was going to release
it. Was a fake porn star account, but the girl who did it, I think, is out of porn, and she's like, that's not me. It's a fucking fake account.
Right. They had like 20 or something, and they were posting like fake fake, like, sex pictures on their Instagram, like fake penetration pictures that weren't even me or him, obviously.
But
And
were they delicious?
I don't know who they
But did the picture look delicious?
No, it looked gross.
Oh, it looked
and
gross.
find out that it was like some gay porn site. They had cropped the pictures that look similar to our bodies or whatever. And they,
people got too much time on their hands.
And I don't understand how it even was allowed to stay up, because on Instagram you show a nipple and they take the picture down or close your account. And these like stayed up for like 2 days, and these people were like constantly like threatening to release this, tape, this fake tape.
Is this the girl who was dope?
Yeah, but it really wasn't her, though.
but-
Yeah, there's a porn girl. But again, I think she's out of the business, and she denied it on her own personal Facebook or whatever.
People got way too much free time.
Yeah, that's awful. Yeah, she's like, I'm going to call your wife. There's one text, it was believable, because she goes, stop texting me. So you think that Carmelo Anthony is texting her to stop the barrage, but it wasn't really her, so it was just some fake account that was trying to just get money or whatever.
What's that video that says the truth? It says, so Melo is not being blackmailed by a porn star. This may be the best news Knicks fans get this season.
Yeah, I was hoping that they would have released something like that about me.
Hello, my name is Nicole B. Jones, formerly known as adult film star Jasmine Cashmere.
Hey, Jasmine.
I am coming to you guys today. Is September 9th. I believe it's Wednesday, 2015. The time is approximately 5:11 p.m. Central Time. I've never met Carmelo Anthony. I've never done business with him. I don't even believe that we've been in the same building with one another. So there's a fake page. This page has been around for quite some time now. I've messaged this page personally. I get blocked. However, the page steals my pictures, posts my name. Now the page says that it's Nicole B. Jones. However, it's not. If you really listen to me and go on my real pages, you will find out that the person doesn't even talk like me. In fact, I've never spoke like that. So it's not me. A lot of you are getting, really fired up. I'm getting a lot of inbox messages, emails.
I think it's and I think I think she's religious, because it says something about God on her Facebook page. I think that she's gotten religious.
I actually did a YouTube video too addressing it myself, because like I said, I was afraid to do any media outlets because they were turning anything that I said into like this huge thing. And I did one too, a video on YouTube where I really addressed the situation. I thought I was very clear to people, but they didn't. At that point, none of the news outlets, none of the media outlets cared to post anything about me, because I had a positive message that wasn't like a scandal.
But they don't want to hear the truth.
They didn't care.
No.
They don't want to hear the truth.
They want to make their own truth.
I'm going to come out with a video. It's like, oh, that's me. You saw that movie? It's definitely me. I took all that dick.
Are you dating someone from the NFL, or is that just a past thing? Or?
I was developing a relationship for like the entire year this year, and really fell in love with him and him with me. And the boxer, I was dating him kind of off and on, and I really wasn't that interested, I suppose, in him. But
he proposed to you, and you weren't that interested?
He did propose to me, yeah.
And what did you say?
No.
You didn't keep the ring or anything, right?
I didn't want his ring.
Ah, you fool.
Well, he tried to move me out of the country.
Was it a Super Bowl ring?
He was a boxer.
No, this is the boxer.
I was asking about the NFL.
No, this is the boxer.
Oh.
No.
So wait, did the boxer? Did he?
He tried to move me out of the country and everything. I'm like, I'm not going to that country. I don't know anybody there.
Oh wait, he said, I want to marry you. And you're like, did you just say no, or did you
I
love
was
that?
like, why would I marry you? No, I'm not moving with you to the country, and I'm not marrying you. No.
Why did he live in the U.S.? What country?
He was very like, he didn't take no for an answer, which I like. That's why I continued to date him over the last couple of years, because he just was very persistent.
Oh, okay.
Tenacious.
Yeah.
But did
and
he?
Just too much.
Did he? But he wanted to get married, and you.
He did. Yeah.
And you were like, no.
No, I don't want to marry you.
Who would
I
you
had fallen
marry?
in love with the person in the was in the NFL. I'd really
That's who you
become
love.
really, really close.
You would have
to
married him.
And really, the reason why I took a really strong stand to protect Tiger in any way that I could legally behind the scenes was because I had someone that's way more high profile than him. And I needed to show my guy that I'm protecting this dude, to make it very clear to him that I would never do anything like that.
Kaepernick.
I was really protecting my person.
Is it Kaepernick?
No.
Is it Roger Staubach?
Is it Ed Too Tall Jones?
Terry Bradshaw.
I needed to make it very clear, that
It's got to be West Coast.
Yeah.
It's got to be West Coast.
Got to go
Why does it
West
have to be West Coast?
Oh, so it's not West Coast.
Why does it have to be West Coast?
All right, it's East Coast.
It's Eli
then.
Manning. I'm just
guys are
throwing
so
that.
Is he trying to throw us off?
He could fly her all over, though, if he's got NFL money.
Of course.
He could put her on a plane.
And you guys are done, or are you guys still trying to make it work? Or?
Well, my biggest responsibility was to protect him in any way that I could from any of this, especially after seeing how the world would really do him if we were public. It scared the crap out of me, and I just didn't want anything like that to happen to him. And so I just needed to separate myself completely in any way that I could to give him some time.
But isn't it weird that he can't just say, this is who I'm dating and this is it?
That's the weird thing, because to us it's no big deal, but to everybody else it is.
It's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. And because there's not been a trans celebrity couple yet, that's why it's going to continue to be a big deal until someone just like, who gives a fuck what everybody has to say?
It's a big name.
It's a big name.
I think it's a big name.
It's a big name.
Of course it is. And most of the guys that come after me or date, like that I end up really dating, that are just don't give up, they're usually super, super high-powered, high-profile guys.
Yeah.
She's not kidding. It's a big name. Yeah. How many Super Bowls?
Think about this.
I don't even know anything about sports.
Oh, come on. You know if he had a Super Bowl right
That's why I know he's really famous, because she don't really know football, and she's like this. He's famous.
I learned, obviously. Like, as time went on, I got to, like, figure out.
Did you ever go to the games, or was
I'm
that?
not saying anything about it, because I don't want anyone to pop a picture up and be like, oh my gosh,
Oh,
she was
okay,
there.
fair enough. Have you ever been to, let's do this, have you ever been to any professional football games in your life? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
In Dallas?
Yeah.
Any games in Dallas?
No, I've never been to Texas.
Okay.
All right, that takes out two teams.
Okay.
It's not Tony Romo.
You guys really want me to go through what I just went through again?
No.
The next thing you know, it'll be like all over the blogs. Like, here you go, she admitted
Mia, we're
it.
just trying to have a little fun.
I know.
There's still a lot of teams left.
I grew some thick skin after that, for sure. Like,
I can only imagine.
Yeah, that really grew me up a lot.
Yeah.
Do you think one day you'll be able to have
yeah, of course,
a relationship that you can be out in the public?
I don't think I would want to, though. If I'm dating someone that's high profile, I would not want to, because any normal relationship, even just heterosexual celebrity couples, like, people get too in your business.
Yeah.
And I believe that caused a lot of rift, and then you start doing for the public and not for the relationship.
I agree.
And so I wouldn't like that to be.
Will you settle down one day?
Yeah. I was married when I was 20 years old, and I was with my ex-husband for 5 years and my ex-fiance for 3.5 years. So
What?
I've been in long-term relationships.
You're a
my whole
relationship girl.
Yeah.
I knew it.
I knew it. I knew it.
You were married 5 years? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Did you hate it?
At the end, you hated it.
I hate such a strong word.
Did you dislike it a lot?
I just liked him.
Okay.
I didn't want to marry him. You know, it was kind of just forced upon me, and the situation had been arranged with my family. Like, he had gone in and negotiated this stuff. He was my initial financer for my boutique, my first store that I opened when I was young. And he had, met all my family and became really close. And they made their own thing, and one day he proposed
an arranged
to me.
marriage?
It was kind of yeah. He waited until the day before my store was going to open, and then he proposed to me, and I was just like, you
So you can't say no.
motherfucker.
That's a bad time.
Like, I knew that if I said no, that I wasn't going to open the next day.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's
And
not
I was
a
a
proposal.
kid, I was young.
And then you had to stick in the relationship for 5 years.
Yeah, I grew to love him eventually.
Okay.
Like, he was very good to me. And I was a princess. I had 5 houses and cars and millions in jewels. Like, I had everything you could want. And I realized very early on that it does not matter. It's true. It doesn't matter if you have anything materialistic. If you're not happy with that person or that relationship, none of that matters.
Nothing fills that hole up.
Nothing.
I got to say, that was a really shitty and / brilliant move he made.
He did. I'll give him credit for that. He was very strategic about
That's
it.
not a dumb move to make.
Yeah, it's like, you ain't got to marry me, but you can go ahead and throw your dreams about the store away. Fuck.
That's what I got to do. I got to open a store for somebody.
No.
I'm going to open a store for someone.
You have the big
I'm a
scissors for
fan.
the bow? And it's like one thing first.
I just called him like, look, I got her.
Oh, wait.
No, I'm a fan.
That's a 49ers
I'm a
cut-off
fan.
jersey.
That's that Kaepernick.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, right. No, I'm a fan. I think he's super, super cute.
Uh-huh.
You guys are making me blush now.
Uh-huh. Wearing the 49ers gear.
That's a real dog.
I'm a fan.
So it's got to be an NFL guy that's okay with the 49ers.
A guy, the 49ers.
Obviously not in the same division.
Roger Craig.
It would be
I
too
know
easy
who
to
it
say
is.
it's the 49ers. So 49ers are out now.
They're out.
We've knocked 3 teams out.
She wouldn't wear that if it was him.
I think their newest guy, they added this guy from
Is he a quarterback?
No, this guy that's in rugby. He was a rugby player, and they brought him over to the NFL. That's why I like the 49ers now. Jared Hayne. He's super, super cute. So
Super cute, huh?
I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
All right, not the same division.
But I don't know. She like rugby. How do you know he plays rugby? She don't know sports. Now she know a dude who came from rugby
Because
to
he was
this.
super cute. I saw a picture of him. I was just like,
That's him right there with
and
the thick
I
neck.
have a thing with Australian accents and stuff. So I really liked him.
Yeah, that's very
Super
common
cutie.
in America. That's why I want to go to Australia. I'm like, this accent's doing me no good here. maybe I should showcase it down in Australia.
Okay, then.
Because I wonder if we have the same effect on them that they have on us with the accent. Because they all.
I doubt it.
Yeah, maybe not. I hear the American accent is pretty popular in certain places.
I think when you're overseas and you hear the American accent, you're just like, oh, God.
Well, sometimes.
At least that's how it was when I was in Paris. Like, they could not stand to hear
they couldn't
a
stand to
group
hear us.
of American
No.
men coming in. They're just like, oh, crap. But they don't have the same etiquette as, they have in those regions in Europe.
They're awful people.
No. And I had a really great linguist and stuff like that to teach me everything. And every time that I would go out in public and try to talk to guys in my French dialect, they knew that I was an American girl. And they're just like, oh, I like to watch MTV. Like, they think we're all MTV sluts.
Yeah.
So they use their best
thing.
broken English.
Well, you can't do it without an accent, though.
So there was I couldn't keep anything retained because the guys are just like, oh, you're an American girl. Think you're one of parties. Like, they do their best broken English.
Yeah.
I learned no French, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
I have body language, so I'm good at that.
Yeah. You definitely convey the right message. That's important. I took 2 years of French in high school. I just couldn't learn. I have no grasp for foreign languages.
No.
2 years, I got nothing out of it.
You got to get it early. You got to get it. You got to start early,
right?
Just so
when
you
that
can
brain's
hear.
still developing,
Yep.
real young.
So it soaks in.
Soaks right in you.
So you're going to support Christy Mack tonight. What, are you dancing at headquarters, or are you just no?
Just hanging?
Wait, what's headquarters? What's that?
It's a good strip club. It's on 35th.
35th on the west side?
38th on the west side. Yeah, it's a really cool place.
Yeah, I'm going to support Chrissy tonight, and then it's the anniversary of the club, the 10th anniversary. So she's opening the anniversary weekend, and I'm closing it out
on Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
Oh, I can actually go to that. I'm back Sunday.
Yeah, well, come.
But what are you gonna do? Because they're gonna.
I'm hosting with Amanda Lepore. It's going to be like she does a whole show. And
what's her name?
Amanda Lepore. She's like a really big New York club kid.
The name sounds familiar.
Yeah, people know her.
She's very well known.
Yeah, very well known. Like.
Would we know if we saw the picture?
You might look her up. I don't know. I met her once at some weird
That's a good
party.
booty shot. I'll tell you that.
You're still looking at the booty shot?
I was staring
It was at a Sirius XM. I met her. You know where I met her? The Club 54 event for Sirius XM.
It got me.
What is
I do have a big old
Amanda Lepore.
Yeah, she's super sweet. She's super sweet.
Yeah, she's like she's like a trans.
Everybody knows her. She's like,
I know that.
She's a big famous club kid back in the day. She's
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
and she's super nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll be hosting the party together on Sunday, and
What will happen there? Are people dancing? Is it just fun, frolicking?
there's going to be strippers and all that. It's a gentleman's club, so
Yeah, Jimmy, I might be with you on that one.
it'll be fun. Yeah, I always have a great time.
all transsexual. Oh, I can't do that.
But he's like, no, I can't do that. He'll be the first one coming in.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I mean, a lot of my girlfriends that'll be in town, they'll be there
They'll be
too.
waiting for
I hang
the
out with a
doors
lot
to
of
open.
penthouse pets and stuff like that, so I'm sure a lot of them will be there too. So
All right, cool. I'm
it's
gonna
not
go
just
there.
trans girls that'll be there. It'll be a lot of them.
I'm going to go there
My
and
hot
find
girlfriend.
myself a wife. It's about time. I want to get married. I'm 47
You didn't
now.
tell people that you've been harassing me to marry me for all these years.
They already
You've
know,
Never,
yes.
You've never told the people our relationship.
Well, they know. Yes, I've pretty
Don't
much told
blackmail
them.
me.
No,
Jimmy, you've been a good husband, by the way.
Yes, I would.
You're a good husband, this one.
I'm hoping Jimmy doesn't blackmail me into marriage one day.
No, I would threaten her into telling people, like, yeah, I've hung out with her. She's like, just keep that between us.
Like, please don't tell people
Yeah,
that.
she's worried that I'm going to actually go to TMZ. I've hooked up with me as well. Ixnay on that.
I'm going to sue you.
Yeah,
Ruin a brand.
Yeah, you're gonna destroy my brand. I think I was once in that type of shape. I didn't know Sunday night. Oh yeah, that's cool. Okay, I thought it was tonight.
Yeah, I have a big media.
Christy is tonight.
Big thing, so it's going to be fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Mia, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
You're great. It's fun.
What are we promoting? So you want to promote the Twitter, the Instagram, anything else?
The party on Sunday at Headquarters
Sure.
Gentleman Club. Make sure you guys come by and
8
party
p.m.
with me.
We got that.
Nobody will be there. I won't be there at 8 p.m. I'll be there at like 10:30,
Doors
11
open.
o'clock.
Okay, it starts at 8.
Yeah.
I get
so-
there early for the food and stuff.
Well,
Yeah,
you know
it's always
what?
the best.
People come
the
early,
buffet.
too early sometimes, and they're just sitting there like, this is crap, and then they leave. No, we'll be
Before the
there.
show
Yeah,
starts,
we'll be
yeah.
there.
A little later on.
And just, look out to my Twitter and Instagram, the Mia Isabella. You can find out all my different events that I'll be
And that's the real
hosting.
you.
That's the real me. You can always keep up with my press schedule, and I'll be doing some more Sirius XM shows and having a good time while I'm here. So
Great. Good.
Stop trying to make my penis move.
if you said that, it means it's already been moving.
Yes, it's moving.
You got a little blood flow.
No, it's actually jumping from thigh to thigh like a frog.
It's
His dick has been moving.
it's probably good that I didn't walk in and turn around. Then you guys would have been like, ah.
I mean,
I wore special pants for you guys today, too. Bell bottoms and everything.
They're very lovely. I try not to look at our guests in an
Jimmy's so happy
inappropriate way.
right now. Look at Jimmy. I can feel him vibrating.
Well, she's a very lovely
Jimmy's
person.
sitting up tall.
Yeah, he is.
You guys are really great. Thanks for having me on.
Of course,
Thank you,
it was
Mia.
fun.
Yeah.
Jimmy's going to the Improv in
I leave in a couple hours for
Irvington.
Irvine.
Sorry, Irvington. Jesus,
I'll be there
Irvine.
tonight,
Irvington.
tomorrow, and Saturday, and then Sunday I'll be performing at headquarters.
Performing from the waist down, huh, Jimmy?
Yeah. Jim, aren't you tired kneeling like that? No, I'm fine. Oh, God help me. I'm in fucking deep trouble.
And Sherrod's got Race Wars on demand and on the the SoundCloud.
On the SoundCloud and on demand and on iTunes.
And then the Tracy Morgan article coming
Then I
out
got
next
the article
week.
for the New York Post next week.
We'll make
it's
sure
coming
we
out
get some eyes on that
Thursday.
for you.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. Let's get out of here. Mia, thank you so much.
Thank you again for having me.
All right.
guys.
Enjoy New York.
See you next week.